Hi, everybody.
Oh, now we're live. Welcome, everybody.
Hi. Hi.
And now I see. And now I see the. I can never know when we're live, or because it says live, and then it takes a second to show the number of viewers. Sorry, Geass.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome, everybody. Um, welcome, Gap After Dark. It's always great to see you. So, how's everybody been doing? I think there's only maybe around 3 of us right this second.
Well, I've been fine. I don't see my. Oh, okay.
Oh, hey,
I,
Jilly D. He says, "Good evening, everybody." She had a fun Uno stream up earlier. I was watching that. I didn't get a chance to watch as much as I'd like to watch the whole thing. I always liked Uno. That was always one of my favorite games. Not just as a kid, but I still like Uno. Still think it's a fun game.
I haven't played that in years. I
I haven't
really
either, but
liked it once when I. I really liked it once when I played it, but I generally just don't have people to play with these days.
well, I get it. Now there's a computer version. I don't know if you can play against the computer or not. I definitely recommend both Gap After Dark and Jilly D's channels. And feel free to drop the links to your to channels, everybody. Includes I was going to say Kia, but or to your site websites or whatever. Uno gets intense. Yeah, yeah, laugh out loud. Yeah. It's it can. I was watching some Japanese VTubers. I was watching. It was a subtitled clip, and there's one that's supposed to be a fox, and they got so mad at her they called her a cat.
I
But they
see.
were they were they were joking around, but but it's funny. Even like it is. I found it to be a cute clip. I can't remember. I can't find it right now, but I can't bring it up right now, but um, and play it. But it was interesting though, like because I didn't realize it was a game that people knew about in Japan.
Hmm. Let's see.
Oh, hey, Eric, good to see you.
Anyway, any guesses what this is?
I can't quite tell. Uno makes breaks friendships, said Jilly. Eric says hello and good evening to Jilly D. Oh, and she said hi, and he said hi to. Getting confused because there's a few different people, but and how's everybody? Or does it say no? She said horse booty. That's what happens when the host is dyslexic, like I am. Horse booty is what she said. I thought she said, "How's everybody?"
Yeah, I figured let's guess what this is.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I have any better guess than that. So it's not a booty or horse booty.
Yeah, I could think of a few things what it could be from, just what you can see of it, but I was hoping someone would guess it would be a knee or a shoulder. It's actually
Jilly
a
D,
knuckle.
yes, shoulder. Oh, she guessed that for before the horse booty. Okay. And Shadowhawk is saying hi. And, and so and Eric saying hi to you and hi to everybody else. And folks, if you like this, please like and share the stream. I'm doing a pretty bad job getting the word out about the streams these days, I guess. Um, I had been and Eric's apologizing for misspelling Master Geass. Is that a fist?
Yes.
Ah, it's
I
like
haven't.
Emo Charades, actually.
Yeah, I happen to be smoothing out a bit. Fixing these little gaps and details. I just got this from Daniel last night,
This is
and
interesting. Like Daniel's supposed to be Daniel's an artist, but like you do like touch up work and stuff.
well, yeah, it's
Well, thanks, Eric, for sharing this out. Me, my stomach is is growling now.
yeah. I mean, I'd never be able
Is
to
that
actually draw
Bowser?
this whole thing, but I can do a
That's what I was
little.
wondering if that was Bowser, because I remember you showing me that before the stream, but I didn't know looking at it if.
Well, I specifically told you I was going to color that today.
Yeah, but you didn't say if it was Bowser or not. Looks like Bowser to me. Hey,
Yes.
Raiden Radio? It is. Says GLT. Oh, yay. Hey, Mike Brown. Always a pleasure to see you. He says, I hope you guys have a great show. Well, thank you very much, Mike. Mike's got a great show himself. Um, he actually hosts a lot of. He actually plays a lot of Nintendo Switch games. He sometimes plays like other games, like say like Battlefield 2042. But a lot of times he's playing games from his Nintendo Switch and streaming them on. I don't know if he streams them through his computer or how he does that. And Raiden Radio can get if you're not a moderator, I can easily make you a mod. Um, wait, aren't you on the Hexallen show right now? I'll make you a mod, nevertheless.
Anyway, I just realized you could read the name at the top of my screen. Name of the picture.
Oh, can I? I'm sorry. I'm looking away for a second. I have to try and open. It's not easy with. I don't have enough RAM here to do this properly. But okay. This is weird. I'm not seeing Raiden here in the chat. This is odd. Well, he forced Ghost Bird Reynolds. I'm wondering where Raiden is. I'm hearing a little bit echo. Not too bad though. Oh, it looks like Hex just. Oh, it looks like Hex's stream just ended. Well, I'll put the StreamYard link in the chat. I already put it in this chat. I'll put it in. Oh, I guess I missed it. Welcome, George. Or is George on the? Let's see. We are in the panel. Okay, so I thought I saw Raiden Radio, but I can't find him in the chat. And here's the StreamYard link for Geass is going over some artwork that a commission that Danny a piece of art that Bowser artwork that he commissioned from Daniel, and he's fixing some stuff up that how would that be described? You described it a second ago. Oh, I think Geass might be muted. And hey, Dave,
yeah, I'm just doing a bit of touch-up work.
Touch-up work. There we go. It's actually trying to find my phone. It's actually easier for me to just use my phone, and then I can keep my StreamYard tab open and not worry about it because I am on a Chromebook with only 4 gigs of RAM. Nice thing about this is it's only 2.5 pounds, and I've accidentally dropped this several times. Man, it's sturdy.
For some reason, I initially thought you were talking about British money.
British money?
Yeah, like you bought a cheap Chromebook for 2.5 pounds.
Oh, wow, that would be quite a bargain.
Yes, it would.
Well, it depends on what pounds are you talking about? An elephant pound?
What if it was an imperial? What if I bought? Let's see. Oh, this doesn't even make any sense. Aren't there imperial pounds?
Well, there's communist pounds.
Well, I said British money.
Yeah. So that would be something different. Or could that be considered an imperial pound? What if somebody gets pounded by the king?
Hey, Lorenzo. I can't answer
Rob.
that.
Welcome. Not sure.
I'll just finish. Didn't mean to overstream you there. Went a little late today on the 4 o'clock shadow,
that's
but
fine.
wanted to just
We
pop
got
in
Eric
and
and
say
Boyd and Dave, Intense Webs, Jilly D, Force Ghost Burst Reynolds, Raiden Radio. I'm still trying to figure out how to give him a wrench. We got Shadowhawk Talks.
yeah, he must have gave up on me a long time ago.
And now we got Rex. Oh, and of course George and Master Geass.
You kind of got an echo when you speak, Lorenzo.
Yeah, that's on. That's for some reason there. So when Geass uses other platforms, he doesn't have an echo, but apparently on StreamYard he has an echo. So we're trying to troubleshoot this.
Well, Ryan had echo today on my show, and Shadowhawk had echo on his device, so it was or background noise. So yeah, we kind of dealt with that today as well. I just wanted to come in and say hi since you were so kind to send me the link as you usually do, and say have a good stream, and I'm going to go fix some dinner.
Yeah, I'm sorry I can rarely join when you send it to me. I've been feeling kind of sick the last couple of summers for some reason. I don't know why, but I've got a doctor's appointment in a week or two.
Uh-huh.
I actually have to schedule it, but should be seeing the doctor like within.
Intense Web says whoever has the echo has 2 microphone feeds incoming. Yeah. Maybe they have StreamYard or YouTube on audio.
Or could it be that the whatever noise cancellation isn't working on the mic?
Hey, Colonel Morgan in the house. It's good to see you. Force Ghost Burt Reynolds.
If you can dodge a wrench. Yeah, I didn't mean to not give a wrench to. It was Hexallen's panelist Hexallen just finished his stream. He should be on here in a little while, but I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know. I went to and looked in the chat, but I can't find the
Everybody's
Raven.
streaming Thursday, apparently.
Yeah, there's a lot of competition,
Yeah.
but people can always watch the replay to these streams.
Replays, absolutely. Yeah. It's like if you can't catch me live, which is that's all I do is live. I don't do any pre-recording. Then you can always catch it on replay. Absolutely.
Do you ever do any post recording?
All my shows are pre-recorded live.
I've only done one. And that was someone had played my trailer, and I basically replayed that for everybody.
Hello, Colonel Mark. Mark has a question. Uh-oh. You got to watch out for some of Mark's questions.
Mm-hmm.
What is George's favorite color, and why is it his favorite?
Oh, green.
He's given an extremely detailed answer. Thanks. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
All right, sure. My favorite color is green, and I'll show you why.
Oh, I'm green.
Because he's on the Sleestakian, and we love green over here on the Sleestak show. Oh, you asked me, Lorenzo, what I thought about Land of the Lost season 1.
Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, how did that?
Well, I played it on a multiple player. Huh? Didn't quite hear you.
Oh, how well does that age?
Oh, it aged.
I mean, it was from the 70s.
Oh, it was definitely a lot of fun. Yeah. It aged. Aged
most
okay.
good things are green. Thanks, Chili D.
Yeah.
And we'll switch back to Geass in a little because I like to switch back and forth. Geass is going to be doing some coloring. Looking forward to seeing that. Are you severing dinosaur's leg?
This is an illustration I did back in the mid '90s. This is what it originally looked like.
Okay.
Oh.
That's what I did this way back.
So are those two in a relationship?
So now I'm updating it to 2023.
It's a short-lived relationship, Lorenzo. She was dinner.
Oh no.
Jelly says, "Vavoom." Most good things are green. Mm-hmm. Green is correct.
Yeah, thanks for catching up with the chat because I'm having a little bit of a difficult time today reading chat. So why are you severing the leg?
I want to separate the foreground from the background, and I want to move the leg around.
Okay, because
I can't do that if it's all painted in one layer.
Deconstruction.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, this is one of my worst nightmares. Oh no! All that's left of
so watch this. You see this?
Yeah.
So what I do is I puppet the leg here, and then I just do this.
There you go. Reposition it.
But you know what?
It's almost like rigged animation.
But let me show you how I want to match it to this leg.
If he was a man, I'd say he's man spreading, but you know.
So Hexallen's supposed to be on in a little while.
Banged and smanged.
Not sure exactly what happened to him. But he just
Absolutely.
did. He just
hit
did
that like button and subscribe.
I'm sorry.
I said hit that like button and subscribe to Lorenzo's
Oh yeah,
channel.
please do. Please subscribe, and folks, feel free to steal your own channels too. You know, As I said before, you got a license to shill.
So there's the leg. It matches up with the other one. And now I have to match up the body with this body.
Oh, wow. Oh, was Yvonne Craig the Orion slave girl?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, and she was Batgirl. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
She was not the original in the cage, but she was later on an Orion slave girl when they were on that mental hospital planet.
Oh.
In one of the episodes, she wasn't the original Orion that was in the pilot or the the cage, pilot that they did with Jeffrey Hunter.
Yeah. I've seen two versions of that. I've seen a black and white version and a color version. Now I switched over to Geass, so we can.
Is that all you wanted to know about
it.
Land of the Lost? Is if season 1 held up good?
Well, I was curious what you thought about it, because some people have called it. Some people call it cheesy, and that's kind of cheesy.
Well, I mean, it was made for kids. It was made for kids.
I mean, like the practical effects were probably done on a shoestring budget. But I'm thinking for the budget, I think they did a lot. Considering they only
season
had
1, I saw some of the stop motion dinosaurs. One episode they flopped the image. Yeah. They flopped the image backwards so that he could go the other way.
Oh, is that what they did?
On the close-up, they're actually puppets, but they do that in movies as well. Make realistic-looking puppets.
Apex says, "Hail, George, Peter Katz."
But for the long shots, it was stop motion. I liked it, and in fact, I learned something I didn't know about. Walter Koenig actually did the third episode. He actually wrote the third episode. And that's where Enoch, the good Sleestakian that's trying to get back to his time, he actually wrote that story, which was maybe the second story he had ever written for TV. The very first one being an episode for the animated filmation Star Trek.
Eric says, yes, Rex got it explained right.
Yeah, and, talking about the slave girl.
Channel, very underrated channel. I like that's a channel that's should just be like everybody should be.
Apex says, sub to my channel.
Yeah, well, I'm telling people to
absolutely
feel free to shill. Got a license to shill.
Yeah. You got a license to use it. Yeah. It definitely goes sub to Apex's channel. Apex, are we going to do, or are you doing the Uber thing? You'll let me know. Usually on Saturday nights, I co-host with Apex. Right before I started putting up content on my own channel, I started co-hosting with Apex. December will be 2 years that I've been co-hosting over the
I didn't greet you earlier. I'm trying to remember. And
Intense Labs, he came over. He was over there.
Apologize if I didn't. The foreground and the background, the leg around. Interesting. Not quite sure what that means, but
talking about George's dinosaur that he was working on.
Yeah. I would like to see more of the dinosaur.
Yeah.
Apex Comics 404 not found. Oh, yeah. I've had some problems lately with YouTube links. Wow, So what? So that was that was a reference. What was that? Was that like a toy or like a 3D model?
What, me?
3D model. I was using it to reference for.
Okay. And since George asked what it could apply to George. So, the dinosaur you were showing off, that was 2D or was it 3D?
No, that was a dinosaur.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, I don't know.
That wasn't fair at all. I don't think he answered the question. Maybe I just missed it.
I don't think so either. But that's he answered it, but but it wasn't.
Maybe our
He
expertise.
didn't really explain what it was.
Maybe
Well,
our
you don't like the answer 42. You know, you got to ask the right question.
Isn't that the answer to like the mystery of the universe is 42? According to Douglas Adams. We got, of course, Shadowhawk Talks.
The answer is 42. I get it. All right.
Yeah. It's from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and that's about all I know. But I've seen like
Douglas Adams. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen. I believe
Just
it was
always
like,
have a towel ready.
maybe
Just
like a
always
mini
take a
series
towel.
based on it. It may be a movie. It played part of the game, but I don't know if I ever got out of that damn room. Just like turning the light bulb on in the old text adventure game could be kind of difficult. Last Sunday night, Monday morning stream after Apex After Dark, Rex? Oh, late Sunday night. Monday morning stream, Apex After Dark.
Okay. So that's probably a little bit later time. I mean, I'm not advocating we do it. It's just, if you've got one schedule, I like to know ahead of time.
Forrest Spurred Reynolds is having Doritos for dinner. Interesting choice.
Oh, speaking of dinner, I guess I better go make dinner. So thanks again.
Well, thanks for hopping on.
Oh, no problem.
As I say to the kangaroos out there.
Yeah.
Always have to greet the kangaroo friends in the audience.
Kangaroo is the perfect thing to hop off with.
Exactly. And I encourage people to check out Rex's channel. It's called Devil Flyer Momentum. That's the name of his comic books, the upcoming comic book. Or was that the name of his ash can? I'm trying to remember. But it's the Devil Flyer series. And please check out Eric's channel. So you said the blue is so you can catch the you can catch the different things you need to touch up. Is that it? Geass? The blue background?
Yes. It's for the gaps I miss with the fill tool. Like right here, I just used it, and there's that little bit of blue right there that I didn't get.
I thought you use a pink background, or is that a different?
I use a background that is a color that clashes with all the other colors I use. So it varies. Like sometimes I will use green, sometimes I will use blue. I'm planning on making some like peaches in here, so I'm not going to use pink for the background.
Okay, that makes sense. So you change things different. So George, how do you color things?
Sorry, what was that?
How do you color things? Do you use like different layers or?
No. I strike a deal with someone on Sixer, and I pay them $1 less.
$1 less than
kind of
what?
like Fiverr. I got long. I got lost doing digital art. Said Apex. Oh, I think Apex does things. I think Apex does things solely traditionally. Now, let's see. Eric says he does a live stream Friday or Saturday. May even do a giveaway or two. That sounds really cool. He's bribing people to join. That might not be a bad idea. But George, I know you do you work in like digital and that's a painting that or is it with marker or what is it? I've asked you this before. Your Joe King character.
Just using AI on the computer.
Wait, that's not AI. I can see the paper move. Are those like colored pencils or markers or painting or oil paint or what?
Oh yeah. That's markers.
Oh, markers. Okay, that makes sense. But you do oil paintings as well, don't you?
Well, yeah, when you're sitting there cooking some fries and all that excess oil sitting around, you can just use it to paint.
Well, do you use? I mean, you do paintings. I said you do.
Oh, give him a sec. Here, share my screen.
I am sharing you. Oh, okay.
All right, I'm gonna reveal my real face. Are you ready?
Okay. Oh, wow. Interesting.
There you go.
That didn't answer the question though about paintings. Did you do some paintings for Dinale's book, or am I getting that wrong?
Oh no, yeah, I did some paintings for Dinale's book. Yeah.
Now, do you use oil? Are the oil paintings or just paintings?
No. They're it's all digital. It's all digital.
It's digital. Have you done traditional painting in the past?
Oh yeah, I used to paint a lot. Road signs, stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah. I would put an arrow on the road and said, for best deals, head over there. But the city wasn't happy about it because the traffic kept on going.
Yeah, I don't think they would be too happy.
No, they weren't. The city ordinance were not happy at all.
Apex says, "Oh, Eric and Boyd is doing his prize giveaway on his live stream. George cooks his food in linseed oil," says Eric.
No, not linseed oil, coconut oil.
Huh. Oh, I just asked subscribers to make their subscription public to help make it easier for the prize winners. Oh, yeah, I don't keep mine public. Yes, that is the plan. Oh, I see. To give away, to do a prize giveaway. And Eric's going to set up a time. We'll announce it in a video on X soon. Oh gosh, I'm having a hard time getting used to Twitter being called X.
I'm still going to call it Twitter.
Yeah, it's just easier for me. Linseed oil for painting, cooking as well. You can do it, George. Come on, man, says Eric. You know the thing. How did that go? We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are, you know the thing. Something along those lines. I think is the code. I do call Twitter as well, says Eric. Trying to change? It isn't easy. Well, I'm having a hard time. Like I look for the Twitter app, and I can't find it. And it's like, oh, it's called X now. And if you like what you're seeing, please like and share. It really helps get the word out. Wonder when I'm gonna get my phone. I'm gonna that makes it easier for me to keep the StreamYard going, and then I can look at the phone as well, and try to see if I got a DM on Twitter or X or whatever. This is odd. I can't find my phone. Yeah, this is disconcerting. Must have dropped it somewhere. Well, I'll open a tab and see. Hexallen was supposed to join us. Hey, Elkin Slice, welcome to the chat. Let's see. Well, I got a message on Discord from someone. Anyway, oh, Princess Peach. Now, is she the same as Paulette, or is that somebody else?
That is somebody else.
Okay, because I remember Paulette was in Donkey Kong, right?
Yeah, she was that woman that Donkey Kong carries up the building, and Mario has to go get him.
Yeah.
She appears as the mayor in Mario Odyssey.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Wonder what sort of mayor she is. Like, if she does a good job, or then does she get kidnapped a lot? I mean, I don't want to victim blame, but that could be an issue. Elkin Slice has a gaming channel. I definitely recommend it. I enjoy watching the games that he plays. Gets kind of loud at night if he's kind of raging at a game or whatever, but I can go with the territory. I'm in the Eastern time zone, so it can be kind of a little loud. I don't ever use headphones anymore because I have a lot of inner ear problems. Hopefully I can get that worked out, because it would be good if I could actually know how loud I am and be able to monitor the volume. And right now I'm looking around for my phone, but I'm not finding it. That is odd. I had it earlier. I had it before we went live. Huh. Looking around different rooms. And Elkin Slice says, I'm an entertainer at times. Hope I read that right. So what have you guys been up to lately?
I just finished the last Enclave, or what there is of it so far.
What's that?
I just finished a roast beef sandwich.
Oh, wow. That's quite an accomplishment, George.
The Lost Enclave is a sci-fi book series that currently only has 2 volumes, so there isn't that much to it so far. A guy following the death of his parents, a man named Jake goes to a city called Paradise Plains to fix up his grandfather's old house. A project his father had been working on for years since he disappeared. Since his grandfather had disappeared. And while smashing up the basement after a bad day, he finds a portal. The gate that takes him to a space station.
Huh. He found that in his basement?
In his grandfather's basement, yes.
Oh, the grandfather's basement. Okay. That's a lot more than what was in Al Capone's vault. I remember Geraldo was looking in there, and instead of finding a portal, he found like an empty Coke bottle. Don't know if you guys remember that. Not sure if all the audience members are old enough to remember that. It's kind of a disappointment. Anyway, go ahead, Geass.
Well, the portal takes him to his grandfather's space station. And
yeah, what's in Geraldo's vault?
Yeah, his emergency spacesuit only has 8 hours of air left. So he needs to fix the station before he runs out of air. Or at least get it up and running so he could turn life support back on. Anyway, the space station has been overrun with space monsters. So he's got to clear them out while fixing the place up. Anyway, book 1 is basically spent fixing the space station. And book 2 is spent trying to fix stuff on Earth. Or the Sol system, anyway.
Huh.
The field that keeps Earth and our solar system is failing, and he has to fix it.
Well, that sounds like quite a task. What's that called again? What's the series called? You said there's only a couple of these.
The Last Enclave.
Interesting. Well, I haven't heard anything back from Hexallen, so that's interesting. But he didn't say exactly when he was going to come on. I didn't realize that I think he's typically busy on Thursday nights, so he hosted a stream and earlier, and then he was going to join us later on. Forrest Gus Reynolds wanted to hear more about the roast beef that George ate.
Well, it was well cooked. It had a nice orange glazed sauce. It was accompanied with some ham and bacon, sweet potatoes, uh, fried. Came in a paper box.
Oh, this was something that oh wow. So this wasn't something you made yourself or your wife made or anything.
Well, I made it, but it was.
Huh. And that's like and that was a proper facial expression, Princess Peach. And first goes Bird Reynolds says nice. And let's see what's next. Sounds glorious. So, Force Ghost Bird Reynolds approves. Okay, well, things got kind of oddly quiet. Oh, hey, DJ Ronnie G. So it's good to see you. He says, greetings, Sleestakians and friends. DJ Ronnie G, he's got, like, had some designs before he was drawing turtles and spaceships with turtle heads. Apparently works on IBM mainframes for a living as well. He's also talking about one time he was on here talking about Gary, was it Kildall? And CPM and how Microsoft bought up, was it? I think it was originally called Quick and Dirty DOS or QDOS because it was programmed in like a real short period of time, like maybe just a couple months or so, and how Microsoft bought it up and which was an unauthorized, it wasn't an authorized clone of CPM. And then, of course, Microsoft then leased the license to IBM because IBM wanted an operating system. Don't know if I think maybe they didn't want to be the ones maintaining it, though. Not sure exactly how that worked. But then what Bill Gates did was he ended up, not only did he end up licensing to Microsoft as a PC DOS, but he also ended up licensing out to all these different IBM compatible clone makers called and called it Microsoft DOS. It was essentially the same operating system.
Hey, how many IBMs does it take to make a Mac?
Good question.
Hi.
Oh, hey, welcome. Oh, by the way, DJ Ronnie G says British YouTuber recently did a 3-part video about Gary Kildall. Yeah, I love reading about that stuff. I remember Gary Kildall was a co-host of Computer Chronicles on PBS when I was a kid. Welcome, Mahmoud. Oh, DJ Ronnie G's just finishing up his bike ride before dinner. Well, you're welcome to join us when you're done eating.
I like to pitch. I like to play Mario games too.
Huh? I'm sorry, I can't really.
I like to play Mario games too.
Oh yeah, they're. I've mainly played the Super Mario Brothers, the original Super Mario Brothers for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and Super Mario Land 1 for the Game Boy. But yeah, there's also, gosh, they've been making those since. Well, they've been making games with Mario in it since at least Donkey Kong, I think.
Yeah.
Wonder why they're called the Mario Brothers when only one of them is named Mario.
No, they're both named Mario.
Oh, really?
No,
Yeah.
It's Mario and Luigi. And
Well,
they're
there's
brothers.
there's Mario and there's Luigi Mario. They have the last name Mario.
Oh.
You should play some Mario games on the live stream.
Oh, welcome, DJ Ronnie G. Great to see you.
Hey, what's up, gentlemen? I don't even know if this is going to work. I just wanted to say greetings. Hope you guys are having a fine evening and test out StreamYard on the Bluetooth headsets because on my old phone, this feature didn't work, but I think the Bluetooth headphones are actually working now. And I was wondering if you guys could tell me, does it work?
Well, it's kind of dark. Is it? Well,
Oh yeah, the video is going to be
it's
dark.
nighttime
yeah.
though.
Yeah, but how's it, but you can hear me. I mean, the sound is the real challenge.
Yeah.
I don't expect the camera to be good.
You're a voice in the dark.
Yep.
Wait, I
Okay.
don't know
Cool.
if
As long as
it's
I'm
giving
a
you
voice in the
enough.
wilderness, that could be fun.
I can see you. It doesn't seem to have a picture, but I can hear you well enough so I can understand you.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. I usually wouldn't make a habit of jumping into streams on mobile like this because, like, it's, usually suboptimal. Sometimes these headphones are really good where they, like, on a phone call, they can cancel out background noises and, amplify the sound. And I could probably manually override the volume, but I don't want to make myself super loud.
Yeah, you're a little bit on the quiet side.
Okay, you know what? Let's see. I got an idea. Okay, I cranked up the volume a wee bit.
Oh, there we go. I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, but we had it in automatic. Now, of course, the consequence is we might pick up background noise. But anyway,
yeah.
So I'm curious to see. I'm going to watch this later on the replay to see like how well these headphones, cancel out vehicle noises. But I want to touch upon Gary Kildall briefly. So, a British YouTuber recently did a 3-part series, and he basically covered everything that I covered and more. And
I've got it on the screen right now.
Oh, I think, no worries. Well, basically, long story short, a British YouTuber did a 3-part series. He covered everything I covered, and then some. And I think he did a faithfully accurate rendition, including covering the fact there was a homicide investigation, but it doesn't mean any homicide occurred. But long story short, no, it really doesn't. I'm just saying, like, the fact that, like, he covered all of, like, the details. He covered some of the speculation, but he kept it, like, within, reasonable accuracy. He didn't, like, start going off the handle on, like, conspiracies. But that being said, that's what I wanted to say about that. And I left the link to part 1 in the chat.
There did seem to be a homicide. I mean, it's like Microsoft pretty much. DOS which I know it wasn't originally from Microsoft, but that's all. That pretty much didn't that pretty much kill off CPM, except for I mean, there's probably a small number of people continue to use it after
Yes.
that.
They even covered in the British guy's video in like part 2 or 3. He mentions that when IBM made a deal with Gary, what they didn't tell him was that it was going to be $40 to get DOS on the IBM PC, and it was going to be $240 to get CPM. So,
Wow.
unfortunately, Gary didn't ask that question ahead of time, but he knew it was over. Once, you have the two, operating systems side by side. It's like, well, the consumer ends up choosing the one that's $200 cheaper, and the rest was history.
Was this like when? Is this because he went on that airplane? He went and flew out somewhere to meet up with a client.
Yeah, that's one thing I like about this documentary is that the guy covers that, but he points out that like the people who tell that part of the story as if Gary was just going on an airplane to jerk around, is Bill Gates' version of the story. It's often repeated by Gates, but the reality was that he made arrangements ahead of time with IBM. He said, "Hey, look, I'm going out into the morning to drop off documentation and manuals and floppy disks to a client, Bill Godbout. That's the name of the guy, Bill Godbout. He made a computer, Godbout something. Anyway, and IBM was like, okay, we understand. So the lawyers and whatnot had like the morning together. But the problem was that Gary's wife was not comfortable signing a monodirectional, unidirectional non-disclosure agreement, and so like that already kind of ruffled IBM's feathers. And like I said, this British guy did a very good job, of getting the right sources and sourcing interviews and kind of putting them together neatly, and from it satisfied my own biases, and it also I think satisfies journalistic integrity. I think he did a pretty good job on that front.
Yeah, it sounds really cool. I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, that's all.
I like your link again. So DJ Ronnie G, a British YouTuber, recently did a 3-part video about Gary Kildall, and then there's a link. So that's what I'm highlighting is your message from earlier.
Perfect. I thank you for that.
Well,
anyway, I'm gonna go cross the road, so I'm gonna catch you guys later. You guys have a great night.
You too.
Thanks for having me.
No, thanks for going on the channel. There we go. Yep. No, that's wrong. I had it right the first time, darn it. No. There we go. Well, that was interesting. Oh, so what is that that image right there? Is that like a tattoo or what, Geass?
Something like that.
Huh.
Messing around with something.
Interesting. Folks, if you enjoy what you're seeing, please like and share. It really helps us get the word out. Never quite know when to schedule the stream. If it's better to schedule it a long time in advance or just a few minutes before. I think George schedules his stream sometimes days in advance.
Oh yeah, it pays to be consistent.
So have you been streaming on Dinale's channel, George?
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought I saw you. So it's copyright with the movie. Copyright.
No. YouTube demonetized me because we were doing exactly what Mystery Science 3000 have been doing, but they don't like anybody else to do it.
Is Dinale monetized?
No, he's not monetized.
Did they strike your channel so you can't stream anymore?
No, they didn't strike the channel. They demonetized the channel.
So you still can.
Oh, I can still stream and all that stuff, but right now I'm shaming them on Twitter for making them the same mistake they made back in March.
And DJ Ronnie G is giving a thumbs up. Awesome. I don't know how DJ Ronnie G's like typing when he's on his bike, but then again, I think he might have stopped the bike for a minute when he was a minute or two. Or... So wait, you're shaming them for on Twitter? Are you shaming them by going on Dinale's channel?
No, I'm shaming them for.
Okay. Not that it's a shame to go on Dinale's channel; it's an honor. Like that guy, he's
Yeah.
a good guy. Seems extremely reliable, dependable, and put out a solid book. Hargrave, every chance he can get, he mentions how good Dinale's book is.
Well, Hargrave's easy to please. You just give him quality product.
Yeah. Why aren't more? Why isn't this happening more often? Why aren't? No, I realize not everybody has the money to, and some people need to crowdfund, but.
What are you talking about? Everybody can mortgage their house, refinance and all that stuff.
So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Once these guys, when these guys are like, some of these guys, when they have like extremely successful campaigns, I would think that they could maybe set aside some of the money. I know that just because they make money off a campaign doesn't mean that they keep all the money by any means. I'm just wondering with like some of these ex-pros why some of them aren't funding their own comics. Just putting that out there as a thought. It seems like folks are going out and like buying vans and stuff. Now, does somebody need to physically drop the stuff off at the post office? Do they need to drive it over there, or will the post office pick it up? Like a big load of books. Do you know, George?
What do you mean?
Like, let's say you got a bunch of books, like hundreds of books. Will the post office pick that up, or do you need like a Mercedes van to drop it off at the post office?
Well, you need a Mercedes van to drive to the Mercedes post office so you can drop off your Mercedes boxes.
Fair enough.
Branding.
Well, I'm definitely liking this Princess Peach. So is this one of Daniel's drawings?
Yes.
Okay. So pretty much most of your commissions are Daniel's. I know I ask you this all the time. Mercedes is a nice girl. Yeah, wasn't that named after the I'm trying to remember if that was named after the founder of the company's daughter or something. Or did he name his daughter after the car? Picturing out of he says, "Risey, risey, risey." Oh, you are so drunk. Oh, that's a song lyric. And welcome, Orville Nation. always a pleasure to see you. He says, hey, Lorenzo and friends. I think I met Oral Nation through your channel, George. Dropping the StreamYard link in the chat again. I like that. This is interesting. I'm only seeing it show up for YouTube. Apparently, it doesn't show up. I think we're streaming to Kick as well, but I don't think Kick's really all that integrated with StreamYard. So when I post things in StreamYard, I don't know if it shows up in Kick's chat. I'm betting it doesn't. We're streaming to YouTube, Facebook, and Kick, but all I'm seeing is the Kick is the YouTube chat, not the Kick or the Facebook chat. When I post something in the StreamYard comment section. But if you folks like what you're seeing, please like and share the stream. Oh, Mr. Yanafuis can't confirm or deny. I think I was asking him about the song lyric. Laugh out loud, says Orville Nation. Oh, but Hexallen's still planning and coming on. He hasn't had a chance to go on this channel before, I don't think. He's been busy most of the summer. Sorry, I'm typing. Looks like here we go. My YouTube chats. Look in the YouTube chat. Well, things are getting really quiet around here. So
yeah, I was kind of hyper focused.
I was busy plotting world domination.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's a good excuse. In fact, I think that's part of the show's title today. What did I call this one?
Reptilian Revolution.
There we go. Yeah. Oh, I think I was giving away my plans. Oh, I'm a little bit behind. I just saw Mark's question again. I'm looking in the YouTube chat. I have a question. What is George's favorite color? And what is his favorite? That was green. we need to get you to 1,000 subs, Lorenzo. I think the big thing is just to get the word out about the channel. I mean, the sub count. The thing I care, the thing I really care about is having some nice people like you in the chat and on the panel, and like the good folks we got on the panel tonight. You know, I think quality is better than quantity, because we can have like, say, thousands of people in the chat, but like if they're, but the main but the main thing is that the show would be about people sharing their art and entertainment, their hobbies, their interests, stuff like that, whether on the panel or in the chat. I get the feeling that I could probably host a drama stream and get all sorts of views. But then would they be with the and then this isn't about anybody who's been on here in the past or anything. I want to make that clear. But if I were just to go and cover, say, I don't know, let's say Brie Larson and make hundreds of videos about her, I think that could get some people, maybe get some views if people are still talking about her now these days. But that's about as up to date about things is about references as I am lately. Is a few years ago, people were freaking out over the Ms. Marvel movie, and I guess there's something called The Marvels. I don't know if it's a TV show or movie. I get the feeling it's not. I don't know. Some people are going to watch it and some people aren't. I definitely am not. Don't have any interest, but I could probably get a lot of views talking about that sort of stuff. But
it's a movie.
Yeah. Oh, it's a movie. Okay. If I went on some sort of Marvel's hate thing and went and watched the movie and then made fun of it and stuff, that could get me views. But I don't really want to do that. I'm more curious in something about stuff that I might actually enjoy. I've heard the Amazon Prime Video has, at least in the United States, you can watch the Dungeons and Dragons movie, and some people are saying that they prefer it over the Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out a few years ago.
You can also watch the Dungeons and Dragons movie on Paramount Plus.
I've been thinking about getting Paramount Plus. Been thinking about getting it to watch The Next Generation.
I think Paramount Plus has changed their formatting principles, or I canceled it a while ago, but for some reason I still have it. I think they got different plans now, so you can either watch for free with ads, or you can pay to get rid of the ads.
Oh, well, that might be. I'll definitely check that out. Jack Stafford says, "Ahoy, me mateys! Always a pleasure to see you, Jack." And Mr. Anafui says, "The Revenge of the TJs." So we're not going to be talking about TJs tonight. Well, I guess you can, Yanafui. I don't plan to. Actually, we do have a TJ who comes on here occasionally. Who the different TJ that I actually do like talking about. I haven't seen him lately though. Oh, Welcome, Hexallen.
Hey, Lorenzo.
Yeah, I didn't mean to pester you or anything. I just
Can
didn't know what time you're planning on coming on.
you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pester you or anything. I just
Yeah.
didn't know. I guess we didn't indicate a time earlier.
Oh yeah. I knew. I had to, decompress a little bit.
Well, yeah. I didn't realize you were doing a show earlier until all of a sudden I saw it was like 10 minutes to the show was going to air, and it's like, and then I watched what I could of it, and I enjoyed.
Oh, thank you.
I couldn't stick around because I was preparing for this show, but
Yeah.
and I was actually resting up a little bit too before then. But Pine's eyebrows are sus. Pine, is that? Oh, the actor. I'm guessing.
Hey, Jack Stafford, Orville Nation.
Orville Nation, the same week we got to get you up to 1,000 subs, Lorenzo. And I'm like, it's not the number of people. It's really the quality of the conversation that I care about. Like,
yeah, as you zoom in on boobs.
Huh?
As you zoom in on boobs, the quality of the
yeah. There we go. That's at least the quality conversation.
George, hey George, Peter Gatsis. He's there. He's
I don't know if George is here or if he's AFK. Do folks still say AFK?
He's probably building spaceships.
Yeah, there we go.
And who else is here?
Yeah,
I just jumped on it. I didn't.
I'm Master Geass.
Cool.
Oh, Mr. Who?
Master Geass.
Oh, Master Geass. Hello there.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah. So, how's everybody doing today? What did I miss? Any controversies?
Not really. I'm just trying to figure out how to select a golden color. I got a new computer, and the color interface is different than how I'm used to, and I have trouble finding certain colors I had before.
Is this a laptop?
Yeah, it's a laptop. My old one was breaking down.
Oh, well, maybe these are the accurate colors then. Maybe the old one was displaying inaccurate colors.
I'm not sure about that, but with the old one, I'd be able to type in, the RGB color code, and I could get a color if nothing else. But now I can't do that. Now it won't let me.
Oh.
Maybe the color profile is not loaded into the machine.
Color. I'm not really sure about that. What exactly is a color profile?
What program are you using?
Manga Studio 5. Now, I'm using the same program I did before. But, some of the options are missing now for some reason.
Okay, so you just reinstalled your program? Is that what you did?
Yes.
Did you do any subsequent updates after the install?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I updated the old one either.
All right, so it sounds like it's missing one or two plugins.
Let's see.
That's an evil eye. Ooh. Damn. What is that? What is that designed for? That eye, your avatar there. It's an evil eye.
Ever see the anime Code Geass?
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it.
Well, whenever the main character uses his mind control power, one of his eyes changes to look like this.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Freaky. I was thinking of getting a contact lens for Halloween. Some weird Halloween contact lens for maybe a stream. But why bother? Where is everybody else? Warriors, Master Geass, enlarged, engorged.
Lorenzo might be doing something. I don't know.
You okay, Lorenzo? You're not having a stroke there, are you?
Hey, did you know that 6 people out of half a dozen don't know where they are in the day?
Are they maybe on an airplane?
No, they just don't know where they are. They just they're wandering around.
Oh. So we have a sort of a dementia epidemic going on here.
It would seem that way.
There's something in the water. Don't drink the water wherever you are. Just have an ice cold Coca-Cola. Oh, look at this. I have a wrench. I'm going to take advantage of it. There. Buy my book. Buy my book. No. What happened? Or is
Yeah.
Did you pass out, Lorenzo? You okay? No, I don't want Windows updates.
Look into my eye.
Update to Windows 11. No.
Did you know 6 out of 5 people don't know how to do math?
I can't figure it. Do the math. Do the math. MAFF. Your power brick isn't working. Oh, he's booted out of the stream. It seems, and left Master Geass as a solo.
I see. That means you can no longer see what I'm doing.
but you can see all of us. Oh, unfortunate, most unfortunate. Do you have a backup? What about your phone, Lorenzo? Or something? Go to your local library. Wow, this is classic. I haven't been on this stream in months, and this is what happens when I come back. I thought you guys were like trolling me or something. Let's let him stare at his eye. I don't see an orange. Wow.
Hey, did you hear about the 27 dolphins today?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh. You mean the 1927 Miami Dolphins?
Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah. So what are you up to there, George?
I'm looking at a book on cooking statistics.
Oh. You plan to use that in a practical manner?
Yeah, I'm researching that for movie reviews.
Oh. Yeah, I finally got some time to hang out and stream with people. I was busy all summer trying to finish up the color for the first issue of my book and then work out the logistics on the online version. And what else have they been doing? I've been hanging out with the family, looking for a job. And now I'm back to working on the book and hanging out with my pals on the YouTubes. And trying to avoid drama.
Oh, yeah, but what flavor of drama are you trying to avoid?
Mostly infighting. You know, I don't like to see that. I like to see infighting with people in our network. But hey, it takes all kinds to make the world go. Right?
Yeah. So I can't show you more art. I was expecting this to happen.
Oh no.
Well, describe it to us, like old school radio.
Not my best skill set exactly. At this point, I'm pretty much done with the flats. I'm about to do the prep work for the color, for the shading. Though, I am still futzing around with Bowser's. Oh, now we've got people.
We're back.
I'm on my phone. I have I have no control over the screen. Wait, what is that? That was we control the vertical and horizontal.
The outer limits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for some reason, this power brick that I got just a few months ago it's got like a short in it.
Jeez.
Not sure if it's a Martin short. Martin short is the best kind of short they have. I'm sorry, I'm not as good at dad jokes as George.
Yeah, George is the master
So
of that.
hopefully this will stay connected. Wow, I can actually even highlight people's messages. That's way. Well, folks, spread the word around that Lorenzo's computer went dead. But
Oh wow.
that's what I mean by variety show. A variety of weird things happen that I have no control over. Let's see solo layout. Let's see how this works. Oh, I made you full screen.
Oh
Looks like
no.
they added some features to the mobile version of StreamYard.
Well,
Like you can actually do stuff with it. So I can highlight messages. I can make people full screen. Not sure if you wanted to
yeah,
be
they've
full
been
screen.
slowly adding new features. Pretty soon you'll be able to stream in 1080p for without having the premium version or whatever.
Yeah.
Because
Is it like
at this
is it
point
like
1080p
hundreds of
should be
dollars per year or something? Well, it might be already, but it's like super expensive compared to what there's like the pro and then there's a premium version.
Yeah.
I will die for CG sins again. I don't know. People seem to get get into arguments over terminology, whether or not to call themselves CG or whatnot. I just think I think it's the values that are more important than whether somebody's calling themselves by life. That's just my opinion.
Well, yeah, I guess I consider myself comic skate because
Yeah,
all my friends are comic skate.
Sorry, go ahead.
All my friends are comic skate, so I guess I consider myself comic skate, or
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
But I mean,
I
it's
don't
not like
know
a branding of like a like we're in a gang or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I've been called comic skate. I've been called anti-comic skate. I don't know.
Well, you just I guess if you have certain dissenting opinions,
Yeah,
there's
that's the thing.
there's a sect of comic skate that says you must remain pure.
Yeah, the comic skate was founded on dissenting opinions. Is the ironic thing. So, and you know what? I just want indie art, the indie art and entertainment to thrive. Is all. So if that's comic skate, then I'm all for it. If that's something, if that's anti-comic skate, then whatever, whatever people want to call me, I guess.
And just strive to be above average. That's all.
There we go.
Strive.
Yeah, I'm not trying to cause any controversy. I'm just I'm just responding to it. Yeah, Lorenzo's drunk with power. There we go. That's a good one, Jack. He's died a couple times. Jason was there. Interesting. Jason Black says it used to be only about values before people started fighting about made up words. Aren't all words made up though? Like
word is made up. All right.
Do people still say is word still a common colloquialism? Like
for people over 50, I think.
Well, I'm 47, so so I'm getting up there.
Yeah, grandfathered in.
Yeah, I remember that was like really cool term back in the day. As was back in the day.
I know. Now, back in the days, like 5 years ago.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, to me, back in the days, like in the 1930s.
Yeah. Oh, you had a guy on talking about Harlem. So was it the Harlem Renaissance period that his comic was based
Yeah,
in?
in the 1920s, it's based in Harlem. A detective buddy cop noir story called Noirlem.
Oh, that's really cool. So, when was do you know when the Harlem Renaissance was? Was that the 20s or the 30s? I know there was.
I think it was.
I know there was a real happening
Pretty
insane.
sure it was the 20s.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when the Globetrotters came to existence.
Well,
I don't know when the Globetrotters.
they only played one team.
Yeah, no, and that's when all the Harlem Globetrotters were white at that time too. Yeah.
Were they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Let's see the lay. I'm going to look at the layout and see how. Oh, I do have access to layout. Here we go. So yeah, I don't know. I know that I'd like to. I'd like to learn more about that time period. I watched there's like a 1980s version of Native Son by Richard Wright.
Yeah,
when I
one of
was
my
in
favorite
school.
books.
Yeah, I'd like to get the book on audio tape because I'm dyslexic, but I like listening to audiobooks. The movie adaptation I watched, I think there's been a few. There's been at least a couple. It had Oprah in there.
Oh yeah. I remember that was in the 80s one. Yeah.
Yeah, and she was also in The Color Purple. It's like back in the day, she was like the I guess the 80s is back in the day for me. But she was actually in some really good movies. I mean, some of the. But
absolutely, Oprah.
Yeah, didn't you do OnlyFans?
Oh,
wait,
no, that's
what?
Oprah.
Wait, did you say Oprah's on OnlyFans? Is that what you said, George? Am I misunderstanding?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's about to buy OnlyFans.
Oh,
No, I just made that up.
she could probably afford it. Well, I think she is, or at least was, the richest woman in the world.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, was it?
But as far as the Harlem Renaissance, I believe Cap Calloway, wasn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
It was like
the Cotton Club was big then.
Some of those old Betty Boop cartoons had the Cap Calloway music in the background. Man, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Why was the guy called Cab Calloway?
Because he was a taxi cab. He was actually the world's most famous taxi cab at one time.
No idea.
No, I used to be a college DJ, but like my memory is kind of shitty.
Well, you were close. You know, the reason why he was called Cab Calloway is because he was driving a cab, but his radio was broken, so he would sing, and people who were taking the cab thought they were listening to the radio. Until one day, a movie producer or a music producer said, "Wait a minute, that doesn't sound like a radio."
Well,
it seems like the first half of that was true.
I'm not sure if any of that was true. Lorenzo was a bee's knees. That's another. Gosh, that I haven't heard that in a long time.
Yeah, do bees really have knees?
I don't know. That might be false advertising.
Yeah,
Jack Stafford says
there's a bend.
Are really putting Apex on the spot. Laugh out loud. Yeah, the Harlem Renaissance. That was an interesting. That's something I learned about in school, but it was something I heard about. Just didn't hear.
it's very, very well. I guess I wouldn't say rare. I don't know of any other subject matter like that in comics or graphic novels. But there's there's so much out there. So we can't read everything.
But that does sound interesting. I mean, and that's something that I think would be. I have a really hard time reading fiction. I think it has to do with the dyslexia. Plus, I'm on the autism spectrum, and I mean, like, I've been diagnosed like by like 3 different doctors. So I do believe I have some sort of condition. Look here! Look here! See, Eric and Boyd says Jack Stafford.
Hey,
Me and
Eric.
Boyd gonna take you downtown if you're not careful. Uh-oh. Jack's making veiled threats in the chat. Took me a second, Jack Stafford.
You're gonna be fitted with some cement shoes over there.
Yeah, see? I like how people used to talk in those old movies.
Yeah. Oh God, I hate the way people talk in the 21st century. Jeez.
Yeah, it's kind of. We remember with all the stuff we were promised that it was going to happen, like in the year 2000, and really it's just a bunch of people shit posting on Twitter.
I know, like the intention of the internet was to bring everyone together, and it did that. But once we've all gotten together, we came to the realization that we all hate each other.
I miss the days of the old-fashioned
cross
message boards.
Cross Comics. I met Cross Comics. He was here from Canada, east coast of Canada. He was here a few days ago, hanging out with me and at Dillard's ranch.
Oh yeah.
Along with
you were there too. So wow.
And
because it sounded like there was some sort of Comic-Con, not Comic-Con, but a comic convention at like a church or something.
That's right. Yep. Real small affair.
So was it like a Christian comic convention, or was it just a church with the building? No churches. Sometimes rent out their buildings.
I don't know. He can tell you better. I'm not sure if it was a convention and a.
Were you there at all, or were you a dealer, but not at the convention?
I wasn't at the convention. I was just at the barbecue.
Interesting. Wait, are you on the West Coast?
Yeah, we're in California.
Well, that's interesting because it's weird the music I've heard you play on your show is all the East Coast stuff.
Really? Well, where are you?
I'm in northern Michigan, Traverse City. It's
Oh, you mean like the radio stuff I was playing? That was like college radio station.
Weren't you playing like some old school hip hop back?
Oh yeah. That was a while ago.
yeah. And I remember.
Yeah, I got like a lot of
New York style stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I used to. I was really into like either the East Coast hip hop or West Coast underground. Not really into like the popular, Dr. Dre, mainstream.
I like the old electro stuff from out west. Like I think that was out west. Like because they were like back when Ice-T used to he was with this guy called the Glove. The stuff from was it Breaking 2?
Yes, Electric Boogaloo. Yes, got to say that too.
I'm trying to remember. Was he out in LA? But like that electro music was I find that interesting. I don't know exactly what happened in
Yeah,
that
I
scene.
think that was like that. Like kind of like that. Is it?
It was kind of trippy.
Huh.
And then like for some reason like Ice-T got into gangster rap.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. It was like at first like club electro. I wouldn't call it. It wouldn't call it electronica, but it was electronic
Yeah, and like
music.
people were like break dancing and stuff. I don't know. I miss that.
Right. Yeah, I know what you mean.
The
And
Hey,
Dre,
break
Dr. Dre
dancing,
was the same
graffiti
way.
art, and all that stuff was always
Yeah.
part of.
Yeah, you know why they used electric what do you call it, music in ghetto rap? It's because they were electrocuting their enemies during the great drug trade. And
Oh.
yeah, and then the yelling and screaming and the wailing became too ridiculous in Harlem, so they started singing while they were torturing their competitors.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was quite frightening because every time you hear a gangster rap with the electric light
You
orchestra
mean
music.
ghetto rap?
Yeah,
Ghetto
get it
rap.
right. Yeah. So people who knew, right? Like barbershops and stuff like that. They go like, oh yeah, they're torturing the whatever name the gang. Yeah.
They're torturing the rivals.
Yeah, the rival gang. For territory. They needed to get that extra territory.
I don't like this little
The little corner. The little corner on the end of the block.
I heard Grandmaster Flash was an electrical engineer.
Oh,
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
yeah. The Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his model was that here's your electric outlet without a flash, and here's your electric outlet with a flash.
Not to be confused with those guys who go down to the park and they open up their trench coats and flash people. That's
that's how he did all his work, right? With a trench coat.
So
yeah, he had everything he needed under the trench coat.
So have you been listen? So what all do you listen to? Like as far as music, Hexallen, you listen to a bunch of different stuff. I'm asking because I used to be a DJ. Like very rarely do I get to have a musical conversation.
Wait, you used to be a DJ?
Yeah, college radio DJ. Just play all sorts of different music from rock to rap to jazz, non-expert jazz, country western, sorts of different.
You did this during the Howard Stern,
No,
era?
it wasn't really talk radio. College radio, we weren't allowed to really talk about this stuff. I was just wondering, Hex, if you still play music on your show or not. I guess.
Oh, we play music all the time.
Not yet. I mean, I guess I will. It depends on my mood.
Like, what type do you like playing?
So lately I've been playing college radio music, and mostly because it's a lot of it's maybe the YouTube algorithm can't figure out what it is.
like indie rock or something, or
yeah,
okay,
even like I wouldn't say lower, but because the music is still good, but like lesser known than like a lot of indie rock that you would hear on.
Oh, that's cool. I'd like to
stations, but yeah,
I'd like to
garage rock.
Oh man,
garage hip hop.
There's some great stuff.
Oh yeah, garage hip hop. Opening and closing the garage door. make some
Yeah,
great
yeah.
beat music. You know,
Yeah.
They can
Yeah,
really
sample
rock the
that.
house. Opening and closing your garage.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a lot of music sounds like that today.
exactly. A lot of transformative music.
George, did you supply Cosby with Quaaludes in 1986?
Well, I called it the Cosby Special every time I brought the delivery over.
That's my man, George Peter Gatsis.
They hand me a bag and they say, "This is the Cosby Special." Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. So I knew which room to go to.
Oh, and Jason, I'm sorry if I didn't say hi to you. I can't remember if I did or if I got confused with whatever. I
Do you
still don't
prefer
know what
music or
happened
jazz?
to the phone book, but my
Yeah,
apologies if I didn't greet you. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Let's see.
Do
Hey,
you
serious?
prefer music or jazz? Come on.
Oh wait,
There's some
wait.
really.
I totally
there's
get
all
it.
sorts of
Wait, I
genres
gotta
of
go.
jazz.
I gotta go. So Jack Sever says, "Hey, serious question. George Peter just the fourth. Have you heard the sounds music for your games?" No. I just pick random music from Google, and I hope it sounds cool to include it in the video game. But that's it. You know, I'm having if you go to georgepetergatz.com, my little arcade of games is growing. I got a Space Invaders type game. I got an Asteroid type game. I got a Pong type game now, and I'm working on a side scroller, sort of like a Donkey Kong type game right now. I got a really cool Mortal Kombat game coming up.
All right, I gotta remember to. I gotta bookmark it this time. Okay.
Yeah, georgepetergatz.com. You'll clearly see it in my menus. You say the word game. And the beauty is no downloads, no installs.
You know what? This kind of reminds me of Eric's comment about Cosby. Reminds me of there was an episode of the Cosby Show where they ended up where Bill's what was Bill's character's name on there? I'm trying to remember.
Theo had a marijuana in his folder or something.
Huh?
Are you talking about the episode where Theo has a marijuana stick?
Oh no, there was
marijuana.
Where
Am I a hip
Bill
or what?
Cosby's character ended up lacing the barbecue sauce. I think it was with with some aphrodisiac.
That's right.
Shit.
That's right.
At the time, it was funny, but it's like in retrospect, oh man.
Come on over here, honey. Let me put a little something in your drink. Oh. Which is not funny. As I laugh.
Well, thanks, George. I've seen your games, but not heard.
Oh, George, he just bailed out. Okay, he said he was leaving, but he didn't say goodbye.
I'm trying to figure out.
Good to see you again.
Trying to figure out. I know Geass was coloring some artwork, and I'm going to layout.
Well, I stopped sharing because I finished the flats. Right now, I'm just kind of fine tuning with things.
Do you guys ever see what's it called? The Beast of Yucca Flats? Yeah, that Mystery Science 3000. Well, thanks George's link.
And Eric and Boyd.
Stream I hope to have up and running, but Sari, well, I wish you luck with that. Wait a second, I don't know. Hope that doesn't sound flippant. Hope to join you.
And he's Eric and Boyd is one subscriber away from 300.
Well,
push him over. Get him that nice round number.
Yeah. Definitely check out his channel. And wondering what is the term people can use on here? show love to one another or something. I can't remember. There's this guy, James Skype guy. He's like, don't use the word subscribe. Apparently YouTube doesn't like that.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
why?
it's weird because they took around. They used to have a feature where people just right click on somebody's name and visit their channel. Then they took it away for everyone, so it was impossible to tell if an account was real or fake. Then they gave it back, but you had to be a moderator. Well, I make pretty much everyone a moderator here, so people can go visit each other's channels.
Wacky world.
Eric says, thanks, Hexallen. I appreciate the fun.
Ah, yes, no problem.
Matrix 10 says, yo, this is Matrix 10.
Yay. Matrix 10? I've never heard of Matrix 10 before.
Him or her. I apologize if I got that wrong. I have a really hard time with I have a difficult time sometimes remembering, like, okay, somebody's been in my chat before. Do I say he, she, or they? I mean, I actually am kind of getting kind of leery of using pronouns at all. Sometimes I just say people's names, and then that's easier. Because I don't know, like, a lot of the time I can't remember. My memory's bad, so my apologies. Matrix 10. I probably
Yeah, it's
your
tough to
channel
not just
few
get
times,
saying.
and yet probably subscribed, and yet I can't think right now. We were having that problem with sex bots. Oh yeah, there were all those sex bots in the chat.
Oh,
That's why a bunch of different channels ended up. The mods would, I mean, the would give people wrenches. But what I noticed is that then there were a lot of people who were like, well, now that you got a wrench, you like promote your channels and promote other people's channels, and I really liked that. And then turned out that then I ended up finding this guy, James Skype guy, his channel, and
yeah, I'm familiar with him.
he pressed a lot of what he does is just like promote other people's channels. People will go out and like and share his channel. I found a lot of great people through his channel. A lot of people from the Philippines.
Yeah,
and like there's always channels from the Philippines where people are doing the same thing, where they're promoting people's channels, and so like sometimes I'll start typing like, and I don't even know how some of these words are pronounced, but I'll like type certain phrases that I recognize. Like, there's one called jacket, which is to make someone a moderator. And I think it's an English translation of the
wrench.
Yeah. Well, it's an English translation of like a word from Tagalog. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but the Filipino language. But I don't.
Right.
I don't know why the term jacket is used for moderator. And there's like, was it Tom Sock or something? I'm trying to think. And it means.
Yeah. I used to know it, but it's like one of those words that just you don't say it enough.
I think it's TAMSAK, and it means to splash. To splash that like button is how I've heard it explained. Which is interesting because I hear a lot of people in English saying smash that like button, but it's a little different with the Philippines. Instead of smashing, it's splashing. So I don't know. I found it interesting because
Strange foreign ways.
we got like about, I think some of our stream, some of these Sleestakian streams have 40% of the viewers are from outside of the states,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is a pretty good percentage. Not all just in Canada, like George. I don't mean just in Canada. Some were proper bots. They would respond to the conversation. They weren't bad.
Oh, yeah,
And it looks like
that counts as engagement.
Close plug put you over 300. Well, I wish you the best with that. Because I don't know. Sometimes when people even talk about numbers, then YouTube will track. I hate to sound like that's being superstitious or anything about like jinxing things. I don't know. I think YouTube genuinely doesn't like it when people promote their channels or try to get people to subscribe or anything like that. I don't know why.
That seems counterproductive.
Yeah, I've heard like they definitely don't like sub for sub. They definitely don't like people saying that. So weird, which I just said. Yes, Horror Mike was getting bombarded with sex bots for a bit. He finally was able to put a stop to it. He laughed about it, but it was getting out of control. But there, yeah, I mean, it would get really bad on. I think I've banned multiple ones in here.
I think on Twitter, I think half of my followers there are bots. It's always like these, attractive young ladies with very few followers.
Yeah,
which is odd,
Yeah, that is odd. But that happens to me a lot.
And no posts. Yeah, they haven't posted anything, or they're posting just like vanity pics.
Yeah, if somebody's got there's a picture of if against these somebody will follow me, and it'll be a picture of a sexy lady, and they'll have like no pages, and sometimes their profile will be in Japanese. Maybe because I follow on like anime pages and stuff like that. So sometimes a lot of times I'll just block those pages, which is probably I don't know. I was gonna say that would take away from my like. Well, it would take away from my subscribers. But it's not taking away from my likes because they don't like anything. Now, if the people or bots or whatever go and they are actually liking things, I don't have a problem with that. It's just I just don't want it to all of a sudden like get in trouble or whatever, or
wait, weren't we
get a virus or something.
Are we gonna see Master Geass? You said you were gonna show something, but I forgot. What did you say happened? You can't. Can you show us flats or something? You're gonna.
Yes, were you gonna show something on the screen?
Oh God, I'm making a mess.
You might be you're from the keyboard. Do people say AFK anymore besides me?
What? Half what?
Do people still say AFK for away from keyboard?
Oh, yeah, as far as I know. I don't think that's
okay. I didn't know if this was like considered a boomer term though.
What else are you gonna say?
I don't know.
Out of the room, like what are they out of? OOTH, out of the no OOTR.
Good question. And please, Eric says, please check out Horror Mike's YouTube channel. Every Friday night is a good time. That sounds interesting. Yeah, I like Horror Mike's channel. He was on here. He was showing off not only heavy metal but that French magazine, the Red Heavy Metal magazine.
Metal Hurlant.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking of which, don't you make comics? Hexallen?
yeah.
Like sometimes people just like spend the whole time plugging their stuff, and you haven't promoted anything.
I dropped the link into the chat.
Okay.
Well, when you were having your power break issues,
Oh no, Jason! Please don't type those things
I sneak it
in
in.
the chat. I'm not gonna even say them when I highlight. I probably even shouldn't even highlight these words. Yeah, those are words not to type. I've only lived here for a few years, says Eric. It's a bit boring, but that is okay with me. You used to be more active several years ago, Jack. Oh, that's an interesting conversation. Jack Black trying to poke the bear. Oh my God, those Ukrainian girls don't really love me. Thanks, Jeffrey.
Those Ukrainian girls on OnlyFans, are they just like, are they armed also, posing with rifles and stuff?
Oh,
no. Am I asking the wrong person?
I'm trying to think if I've seen those pages. I've seen lots of pages. It's typically anime girls that I see posing with rifles. You see pages like where there's this female model posing with rifles. I like those types of. Those are some nice Twitter.
Yeah, women with guns. I love that. Always gets me. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Eric. Eric and Boyd subscribed.
Oh, awesome!
To the Hexallen Comics channel.
For subscribing to Hexallen. And hey, Ethereal Dragon, how do I tell if anybody's backstage? I don't even know how I do that on my phone. I didn't even know I could, like, before. Last time I used my phone, for StreamYard, there wasn't there were hardly any options. Now there's so many options, I don't even know what half of these are.
You maybe find a way to scroll down. I've done that before on my phone, and it's just you have to like maybe scroll down or find those extra options, like the three dots.
Yeah, thank you for suggesting this. I believe you were the one who mentioned the phone.
Yeah.
Option, because I didn't think I could actually do anything with my phone. I didn't even think it could. I didn't know if I could log into StreamYard or what. Dude, not even kidding. Elena is so popular. My cousin married an Elena. Wait, is this like some sort of plural? Is marriage some sort of polygamy or something? Like your cousin married an Elena and all her friends named Elena. I'm not sure if that's legal in the United States.
Oh, it's war. Anything goes in war.
Anna Banana, welcome.
Hey.
Always good to see you. Anna Banana's got an excellent gaming channel. I recommend everybody check that out.
Oh.
The back and forth banter is she's not native Aussie, but she does live in Australia, and like us. I think that's how she's explained things. So I really apologize if I got that wrong, but it's just like she's playing Battlefield 2042, and it's a game I would never. Well, maybe I'd get it on sale, but I probably wouldn't play it because I'm not really too much into like say online first person shooters. I'll play like Fallout or something, something like that. But the online stuff, I, as far as first person shooters, not really into them. But oh man, there's a lot of these good a lot of these Battlefield 2042 channels on YouTube. I really like the people who are streaming these games. Seems to be kind of like a tight knit community, friendly people, and but with Anna, she's got some. She and her friends are hilarious. How they joke back and forth when they're playing the game. She's a great player too. Outstanding.
Yeah, I'm seeing
Always
the
fun watching her
home video.
streams. I think they're kind of in the morning, my time. Well, thank you, Anna, for providing entertainment. I don't know about you, Hexallen, but I spend a lot of time like as far as my entertainment goes. Spend quite a bit of time watching YouTube. I don't watch as much of the traditional shows as I used to.
Yeah, I'm selective about what I watch, but most of the time, yeah, it is YouTube.
Well, I appreciate you too, Anna. You having problems with your microphone? Well, I don't know about my phone, so can you hear me, Hexallen?
Oh yeah, I can hear you fine. There's a little bit of not distortion, but what do you call it? Not just I don't know, just yeah, distortion, I guess. But I can hear you fine.
Yeah, I even have problems making phone calls on this old phone. I've got a new phone, but I need to switch over to SIM. Now that you've got eSIMs, and I'm trying to figure that out. Just got a banana, says Jack Separate. Awesome. Let me see. There's banners. There's brand. There's him. There's more. Yes. Let's see what it says. Okay. Well, it's got an option to invite guests. Stream info. Okay, it shows where we're streaming to Facebook, YouTube, and
Yeah.
Kicks.
All is well. Just don't press the wrong button. Oh, yeah. Jack's got it right. He hit the nail on the head. Yeah, not exactly distortion, but a kind of sort of, yeah, physical static. So like you're rubbing your beard against the
How's this?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. It kept bumping into the phone.
Yeah. Oh man, I've been torturing myself watching that Ahsoka. Oh man, it's why do I do it? Do you do it again? Oh,
yeah. I heard it's not really Star Warsy feeling. It's kind of something different. Like, is it like more of a war thing, or?
It's just plotting and slow and yeah, there's just too many like scenes where characters are just lingering with stares at each other.
That's awesome.
Pauses in the dialogue unnecessarily.
It kind of sounds like this show. That's how things were like earlier. It's just kind of
yeah. That's a signature of Dave Filoni, and it might work in animation because I enjoyed much of the Clone Wars and some of Rebels I enjoyed, but whatever he's doing, it's just not. It's not working. That style of filmmaking, and I'm really sick of all these protagonists who are like or not even the protagonist. You know, any these younger characters, they all have these big lollipop heads and like no shoulders. They're so like I mean, I can't even make my shoulders that small. You know, like there's like no shoulders. I mean, I understand if like a woman is small, but at least make her like look like she's got some definition, like she's been working out. I mean, there's
Wait,
just
is
like,
this an
just like
animated
little
show?
arms, skinny little arms, big lollipop heads. I mean, not just the women. I'm talking about like what's his name?
Lollipop
That guy
Bill.
from. Oh, here I go. I'm going on a rant here.
So is
what-
Asuka a cartoon?
the show? No, the show is live action, but it's based on all the characters from the Clone Wars and Rebels, especially Rebels.
But did the actors have big heads?
No, I mean, just like I'm talking about Sabine in particular. Sabine. Not all the characters are like this. I mean, but it's just annoying that like they're supposed to be such a powerful fighter, but they don't look. They just look like so slight. And what was that other show? With the dude that was like there was no Star Wars magic in it. Was Andor. That guy, the main guy in Andor, another big giant lollipop head, skinny little body, no shoulders, no definite. They just don't look heroic. You know?
Yeah, that doesn't really make much sense as far as casting choices.
Mm.
I thought you were talking about
Casting.
some
Oh,
sort of
hello. Let's
cartoon
talk
where
about
they were
Thrawn.
saying caricature style cartoon or something. But these are actual human actors.
Yeah. And apparently they got the voice actor for Thrawn to be in the live action version. You know, blue guy with the red eyes. You know.
I guess you humans aren't that big of a threat after all.
Mm. Looks like he's got a threat of passing out on the couch. He's got this big beer gut and this weak looking face, you know. I mean, I can't talk. I don't have much of a chin myself, but you know, I'm not going out for those kind of roles.
The Douglas is there Kirk Douglas, then which one? So Michael Douglas is the son. He's still alive. But Kirk Douglas passed away some time ago.
Kirk Douglas, more of a man than
they had like that chin thing going on. They had,
the butt chin.
Yeah.
And then there was Chuck Connors, also had that too. Chuck Connors, the rifleman. That old TV show. You ever see that?
I don't think so.
I used to watch it with my dad and grandfather.
Was it like a Western or something?
Yeah, it was a Western.
Yeah, those were still really popular when I was a kid. I mean, it was kind of old because they were like, it was kind of odd because they were rerunning a lot of old, like
I didn't watch the first
things, but they were like classics by the time it was like the 1980s or whatever. They were like, I mean, they were.
By the time of the fall of civilization, 1980s, yeah.
But pretty much
fall of Western civilization.
Definitely, that seems to have happened with like Detroit and Flint. Like they like moved a lot of the manufacturing out, and now it's just so different than when I was a kid. I remember going to Detroit as a kid, and then, I mean, I think it might have been
still like, is it like bombed out
for a while? So it wasn't it wasn't perfect. You know, I mean, I think it had like a lot of crime, but still, it was like last time I went there were giant. I seem to recall a giant hole in the road. Like I can't remember if it was 8 Mile or what street. But it was like this is quite some time ago, over a decade ago. But there was when I had a dog. My dog's passed away for maybe 5 or 6 years ago. So, gosh, I'm trying to and I had her for quite some time. So, trying to figure out how long ago it was the last time I went to Detroit. But it was just sad to see just like how like disrepair like some of the streets were. And it's not like the streets are great here in northern Michigan either. There's like potholes and stuff here too. But I swear there was like, if I remember correctly, it was like, I think there was something like roped off so that the car didn't just like fall into the road. Maybe I'm misremembering. I don't know.
Rope, man, is this America? Ah, dang.
Or maybe there's maybe there were cones out there or something. I don't know. Maybe there was some sort of road construction going on. I don't know. But I didn't see any construction workers or signs from what I recall saying construction. So.
This is a Democrat run state.
I know it's happened. We've had Democrats and Republicans like this governor and like thinking our legislature. I don't like it flips back and forth. I don't know as much about the legislature, but I know we flip back and forth as far as Democrat and Republican governors. It just never seems like anything ever really improves. Like no matter who's governor, they often will make a deal with like an auto company. They'll give them tax breaks. Then they would move the factory out of. They'd have a factory for a while, but then they'd move it out of the country or move it to a different state anyway. After getting some massive tax break, and it's like,
that's lame.
Yeah, it's pretty horrible. And I guess what was happening. Jennifer Granholm, she was a Democrat. Now, once she left office, she said, "Yeah, the different states are competing against each other as far as these jobs," and so maybe that was what was happening. But I know I know some car companies would not just go down to Mexico, but some would go up to Canada.
Canada.
Well, yeah. Well, they don't have to include the health insurance apparently with this. And this was before the whole Obamacare thing, Affordable Care Act. And I think it was just like
Michigan needs some kind of enema or something.
Yeah, it's
you need to find rare earth minerals in Michigan or something.
A fan of the rats, Ahmed.
Hey,
I've been not sure then they
what's up, Ahmed?
But Ahmed likes going around warning people about Sinatra. I don't know. That was really weird.
Sinatra's a good man.
They just like out of the blue. I was on a Viking show. Sinatra called me like manipulative, and I have no idea why.
What?
It's like what?
Maybe you are. I don't know you that well.
Maybe I am. I don't know. Trying to be just more straightforward and not hold things. It's not good to hold things in. And then,
well,
be like
as we mentioned before about dissenting opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never get a car with that fin. Yeah, I don't know. They don't make cars with fins anymore. I don't think they should. Those were cool.
That's
another thing.
Maybe it's not aerodynamic.
But the car must have fins.
Oh, in my book, like ground vehicles, and there are going to be a lot of different variety of ground vehicles, but like the more modern ones in that century, they have like all kinds of crazy shapes, but it doesn't matter that they don't look aerodynamic because there's a force field around them. So you can have like this weird, cool looking like.
Are you talking about
geometric
cars in your
shape car.
books?
Huh?
Are you talking about the cars in your books? In your comics?
Yeah, Nephilim
You
Squadron.
haven't
Yeah.
shown off any of your comics yet.
Oh, well,
Renzo, the puppet master of
the newer stuff
CG.
is I'm holding back the newer stuff, but
Eric says Fernatra is a weird cat. He's a cat. Well, does that make him more trustworthy than a human? I don't know. More trustworthy or less trustworthy? Cats are interesting cats.
wait, doesn't he? You Jack, you say you're seeing him drive. Are you talking about the street sweeper? Or what is that he drive?
Does he drive a street sweeper?
I don't know.
Cool.
Last time, maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. No, maybe this was years ago when I first started watching him. I don't know if he still does that. Or not.
A kid Finn, but I've seen him drive, says Jack. Bike and walk. And it made me queasy. All those things, even in walking. Maybe Lorenzo's behind it also, Jason. The Decepticons Cave of Comics and Toys. Says hello. Always a pleasure to see you.
What's up? Decepticons Cave of Comics and Toys.
And folks, if you like what you're seeing, please like and share. Let's see. I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm still not used. I had a hard enough time using the regular layout, but
How's your battery life going there?
Well, I can just plug in my phone.
Oh, okay, good.
But yeah, with that Chromebook, I don't know what happened to it. I'm eventually just going to replace it with like a Windows computer.
The Thunderdome.
I think it was only $200 or something. Maybe it was $250, but it has a touch screen, and I can run Linux on it with a touch screen, which Chrome OS actually it does use a Linux kernel, but I can run like standard Linux over it. And I've even been able to run. There's this thing for the Steam video games called Proton, which allows people to run Windows games in Linux. And I've been able to run like these like Japanese like visual novels, well, with like English subtitles, but it was able to run it in Linux. There were these Windows games in Linux on my Chromebook smoothly, and then again, they're just like these just story based, just visual novels.
Visual novels, yeah. Like Doki Doki Literature Club, Toki Doki, rather.
Yeah, I didn't try running that, but maybe I probably could. Yeah.
What distro are you running?
I was running distro, bro. So on the Chromebook for a while, I had to power wash my Chromebook and there, just start from scratch. But I had been running Debian on there, and then I was running the Debian version of Steam, and then I had the Proton feature turned on to. It uses Wine for. I don't know. Wine's not exactly emulation. I've heard it's something different. Technically not emulation, but
Well, I have an old 2009 Dell that I had Ubuntu running on that.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's really that's just I think there might be like several distros that are like kind of forks of Debian. Not just Debian, but forks of Ubuntu.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause it seemed like Ubuntu became like a very important standard, and I think Linux Mint.
Mm.
Well, Linux Mint has an Ubuntu version, and it's got a Debian version,
Mm.
from what I recall.
Yeah, I gotta get back into that when I have the spare time.
I know a lot of people use Arch now, and then there's forks of Arch that are set to make, I don't know, be better for certain things. But I would marry Al. Is it Ellie?
Allie,
Yeah, just because
Ali Sanguis.
she would be a good cook.
I F Piper for. Oh, they're playing the F Mary Kill. I see. All
Oh,
right.
oh
Hmm.
boy,
For a one night stand and a
oh
push.
boy.
Oh my god. Oh
Well,
wow.
I'm just on my phone. I didn't know what it said when I highlighted that.
Oh my god. I'm glad he's spelling all these
Do
names
not
wrong
advocate
too.
any sort of violence, and especially against Yanzi. Yanzi helps. I think Yanzi keeps Shane on track. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think Shane by himself might. I don't know. I don't know if he'd get a lot accomplished on his own, because
I could use
I
it.
think she helps him focus. All right, I think I'm repeating myself. Yes, are you still there?
Hmm? He's
What if
coloring.
Gibbs is still around? He's like, how about I haven't heard anything?
Why? What do you care? I mean, I don't know. Maybe she's making, keeping his work, solid.
I remember Shane and Yanzi and Nerdat, and there were some other people, and there was a debate over like mainstream comics and whether or not they're making money. And Yanzi was had this. I think she had like a flow chart, and she was like discussing that. So I'm wondering if maybe she handled finances in the Davis household. I put her chip. She seemed a lot better at like figuring this type of stuff, figuring out finances than I am. So. I think you're right.
Hey, Jason Black. I can make my eyeballs vibrate too.
They might just balance each other.
Yeah. Sometimes it's necessary. But
it makes for better drug screens. Yes. Yeah, I've seen clips and screenshots of some of the drug streams.
Oh, hey Jason.
Holy shit! I
can make my eyeballs vibrate. Hey, Lorenzo, make me big. I can make my eyeballs vibrate also.
Okay.
At will.
Solo Leo. There we go. Oh.
You see that? Did it read well? Did it read well?
There we go. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I have to have the right amount of coffee for that to happen.
Of course, as if there was a smart one in the parents, not Shane. I don't, he seems to be. I don't know. I think he's
Oh my
really good
gosh,
with
you guys
comic
are
books side of things.
you're all bad boys.
I think he's. I've heard his Starlight Cat book was quite good. That's what Hargrave was saying.
Oh, please tell us, Jack. Apex.
Well, it's good to see you again.
Oh yeah. Yeah, by the way, you're sounding weird again. It sounds like you're broadcasting from inside of a tin can.
Yeah, I've heard that there's problems with this phone. I might try to log in on my other phone. If I can't log in on Chromebook for some reason, there's something wrong with that power supply.
Oh, before something else happens, you can. I'm sharing my my book on Indiegogo here.
Yeah, you haven't. You still haven't shown anything on.
He's fading. He's fading. Buy my book before he fades away.
Wonder if I can.
Wow, Colonel Morg, what is that avatar?
Chromebook the Chromebook's not going to. It doesn't seem like it's really wrong with my power supply. It's a fairly good one. I think. I'm not sure what's going on with it. I'm going to see if I can. I'll be back.
Colonel Comics avatar. Who's Colonel Comic? And I don't know who that is.
I wonder if it'll let me.
Oh, here we go. Now, while the cat's away. So tell us, Jack Stafford, who are the people you can't stand listening to that you don't want to say? I'm trying to train my voice so it's a smooth and easy listening.
Yeah, I tried doing voices when I was younger.
Yeah. You got any impressions you can give us?
Impressions wasn't really my thing. I tried to do kind of like my brother and I toyed with doing a bridge series when we were younger, and really didn't go anywhere. Had some fun with it though. We did a one shot for Final Fantasy Unlimited.
Oh,
is this any better?
Yeah, it sounds much better
so far.
Okay, I had to clear my cache. I've got. This is my old phone with a 6. I think it has maybe 6 gigs of RAM, which is still better than the Chromebook.
Oh yeah, that's I guess that's standard now on a phone. Jeez, I gotta upgrade.
It's just. But it's 6. But it's just whenever I get a cache file that like over 100 megs or something, it starts. Browser starts acting up, and I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if there's a virus on there or what.
I don't want to catch your virus.
Actually, you have a great voice, says Jason. All you need is a more direct, confident posturing.
Yeah. Fuck those pronouns. Yeah. Oops.
Yeah, I'm actually getting kind of tired of I think I'm just gonna call people by their name or their screen name because I might have lost a viewer earlier because I was just trying to remember. Okay, is this person viewer? Pretty
I'm gonna
sure
say,
I watched their channel a few
hey,
times, and I was
entity.
just blanking out on he or she or they or what. It's hard to tell on the
Just call
internet.
them entity. Hey, entity.
Yeah,
Hey, carbon-based being.
yeah.
That's all we are, just carbon-based beings and stardust.
There we go.
F your gender. Oh, you know what? I'm kind of going all going along with the I'm committing to the bit. That's what it is in Starfield. You know
Yeah, I
how that.
heard that. Yeah,
Mm,
that was
you know
kind of strange. That one guy apparently was 30 hours into streaming the game, and he just flipped out about that's the time he chose to flip out about the pronouns at the beginning of the game. It's like I don't quite get that because
Oh well, the game is so good though. You know, it's just hell. You know, I mean,
I mean,
I mean, it's not just at the
is it
beginning.
throughout the whole game or just the opening screen?
Well, when you're in the character creator, yes, it's there, right there, and you can't do anything about it. But also when you just want to, there are places around the different planets where or space stations where you can change your appearance, or even
Yeah.
if you just want to get a haircut. I just want to change my hairstyle. You still have to like choose he, who, where, he, she, they. You
Oh,
get
really? Just to get your haircut?
yeah,
No,
just to get a
that seems a
haircut.
bit excessive.
So what I did, I changed my character name to I'm gonna put it in the chat. Yeah. So it's like a quadruple entendre, and I'm committing to the bit and going all out with whatever they want. So you see in the chat, it's he/XY, which is male, but it's also hex, and it's also hexy, which is another version of sexy.
There you go.
That's my name in Starfield. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks for the laughter.
Hey,
I can no, I mean I can hear
yeah,
the chat.
we've had non-binary panelists on here before.
Mm.
Usually it's just it's mainly just like there'll be somebody in the chat who's like conservative who will make the whole thing a big issue with the pronouns.
Yeah.
Like somebody will say, "Well, I identify as they," and then there'll be like this big freak out in the chat, and it's like, "Holy shit!" This is like, I don't know, I don't. It's like,
yeah, I don't know what we can
this
do.
is just something
I
somebody
find it
mentioned in
extremely
passing.
annoying. I just want to be can I just be get in, or at least in terms of that game, just give me the option to just be me, just my name.
Somebody went and made some sort of mod where they removed the pronouns, and then it got banned. There were a few mods like that, I guess, and it got banned from the Nexus shop.
Yeah, I know.
It sounds like they handle it in a way that probably wouldn't please anybody. Like if somebody does identify as non-binary, but then that individual being asked every time you want to get a haircut,
Yeah.
Like that still
I don't
seems
go
like
to the
there would
barber
be like
shop
a
and
problem. I mean, like I would think I would think that the game would just, okay, you choose it at the beginning of the game, choose your pronoun, and then you'd be over and done with it.
Yep.
I mean, that would be.
And even if I'm just changing my cheekbone size, why do I have to decide that?
That part
No.
doesn't make any sense. That it would have to. That you'd have to specify that. That part doesn't like. I thought it was just like at the beginning of the game, and there was trying to remember. There was a game in the '90s that was like that, where you had the character creation. I think it was Austin Powers. Whenever Austin Powers came out, was it the '90s or early 2000s, something like
A
that.
game?
And there was a game that came out to accompany the movie,
Wow.
and that actually had pronouns in there. Unless somebody doctored the image, and it's just something I saw on Twitter, so it'd be a doctored image, but
could be, yeah. 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 He reacted the way what's expected of him if you know him.
It seemed like it was kind of a performance, like he was maybe doing a bit. But I don't know. I don't really know anything about. All right, what was that guy's?
I think it would make more sense if he went off like that. If he like I said, was in 30 hours in the game, and then you go just to get a haircut, and then you have to do that shit again. Then I would really understand if he went off then. But yeah, I don't know exactly what he was. I guess he was talking about just the beginning character creator.
Gunman is never gender neutral in news reports, but spokesperson always says, yeah, the gunman, like a gunman. Yeah, that's that man. That's used to mean just human.
Yeah,
I don't even penmanship.
Yeah,
That's because no. On the other hand, I think it was where, and it's like that was like for like a man in Old English, and I think it relates to the word was it veer, the root word in like Latin, like I think that might be where you get the word virile from. I think maybe that's a different root. I don't know. But I think vir meant male or man, or it was like the root. And then in Old English it was were, W-E-R, like a werewolf. And then the word for woman used to be like wife or wife or something like that. Like W-Y-F in Old English. Oh, I can't hear you anymore, Hexallen.
Oh, yes. There we go. Yes, my wife.
Here I am rambling on about.
Here's the dairy for me, wife. Yes.
Yeah, so wife.
You missed radio gold.
Woman means it's from like wife or wife or whatever the old pronunciation was, which just meant a woman, or maybe it meant female, and then the man part meant M-A-N meant human, just so it meant like woman, human, female human or something like that.
Like white, it would be wife men.
Yeah. And then and then if you were just talking about a man, it would be aware. Be called aware. And at some point in time, the word man or however it was pronounced, which just meant human. All of a sudden, people were like, it meant
male
became man, and it became like only man. It became mostly male, and then got these confusing words where it's gender neutral, penmanship,
Yeah.
And
Well,
spokesman, was
if
gender neutral.
if language is going to evolve
Yeah.
and change, then it looks like, at the risk of sounding controversial, we might not be able to stop this.
Well,
As annoyed as we are with the way language is changing, language changes. We can't, what are we
yeah.
gonna do?
Esperanto it's kind of interesting because it was this one guy. He was an eye doctor who was like the first that came up with the language initially, and then that actually people call it an artificial language, but all languages are artificial, and it's like changed to the point where now, like say 100 or so years later, like people like somebody trying to read Dr. Zamenhof's his writings, there's just a ton of footnotes because the words have changed so much in that language because people speak it all around the world. And so, but of course, instead of it being like the language to unite humanity, it's become yet just another language that so he might have inadvertently added to the confusion of because that guy grew up in Poland. He was Jewish, and so I think he's said to have known Yiddish and German, and I think maybe French and Greek, and so and Russian. I can't remember. He was what they call it, polyglot.
Yeah, the polyglot empire.
Yeah, but I heard like it was basically he was basically speaking German. So I don't know what the deal was like.
Oh wait, Eric and Boyd has a cool comment here. It looks like he's taking off. Can you see his last comment? Oh yeah, that one. That's nice.
Yeah,
thanks for clearing that up.
My comments do not even reflect those of myself. Yeah, he was talking about this whole Michael Obama thing, which I don't understand. I just don't understand the whole Michael Obama thing.
Yeah.
I don't. It's
again.
It's
I think they should change that gunman thing when it comes to shootings, like criminal shootings, to change it to gun douche. Why does he have to be a man? That's not a very manly thing to do, to just shoot up people.
Yeah, but manicure, weird one. Manicure, yeah. I think that probably does have a different root word. If you like what you're seeing, or if you dislike it, please like and share, or dislike and share, or whatever.
Thank you, Eric.
Nice words from Eric, or whatever. You can do that as well. It was great being here. Thank you for the 2 subscribers. I know it isn't good to use that word, but I do appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know why YouTube doesn't want people using that word. I will often just use an asterisk in there. Asterisk E.
No, we're going to have to change the language again. It's time to change the language. Instead of subscribers, maybe call them piggybackers. I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard the word
just making them
support before, but then I've heard that YouTube understands that as well. So It's another Latin root of man. Bring
Brings
person ship. Person script, non manuscript. Dex wishing Eric good night. And yeah, pen person ship. Girls can write too. I've heard. Yeah, some are
Yeah, they can
excellent
write too.
writers.
Yes, they can write too. They just can't write comedy. Ew.
Oh. What I find interesting is a lot of the VTubers are women, and especially the Japanese VTubers. They're like there's like Kalo Live and I think Nichi Sanji. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Are the biggest VTuber companies, and all these women are hilarious. I mean, just like they'll be streaming games and like just like joking around and like telling entertaining stories and all sorts of stuff. And but I don't see that many women though, like with stand-up acts.
Yeah,
Like,
there are a few.
yeah, and
A few.
and you know, with like in like American comedy and stand-up acts, I've not seen that many women for whatever reason.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Sarah Silver, I've heard her referred to as
Silver person.
Yeah, used to be.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she used to be one of
Yeah.
the. I'd say she was one of the top comedians.
I used to love her work until she went full on woke.
I remember Jay
Hey,
Leno.
Topher is here. Good to see you.
Oh, hello again, Topher. I remember Jay Leno saying that I think it was Jay Leno who, and he's another one who I liked his comedy, and then I think after he took over the Tonight Show, I think as full-time host, I think maybe he had to change his style. But then again, I heard he used to go that every like when he wasn't hosting the show, he was off doing like live stand-up acts while he was hosting.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. That would have been the thing to say.
Working out
I
new
think.
material. Yeah, I mean that's he put a lot of hard work into it. You know, it's just
when he was on the show, I think he had to really hold back as far as with the Tonight Show. And the Tonight Show had been around for a gazillion years. I mean, even before Carson, there was Jack Parr.
Jack Parr. Yeah, Jack
And I
Parr.
don't think I ever. I think I've seen like clips and stuff, but that I don't. I think Carson started hosting sometime in the '60s, so that part would have been before my time.
Yeah,
but Steve Allen, I've seen clips of Steve Allen and found that entertaining.
Yeah,
like, he had Frank
the original
Zappa
Man on the
on.
Street.
Huh?
He had the original Man on the Street bit.
Oh, really?
You know, where you go around asking people dumb questions on the street, and
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, that's become like really. That's just become so prevalent too. Since I mean, hell, I've even seen that on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now we can see everything. And who is Ed McPherson? Jack? I don't remember.
Remember Ed McMahon?
That name. Ed McMahon? No.
Didn't he? Did he? I'm trying to. I'm not sure if this is true, but like, I might have heard a rumor that he would maybe he put have what's that called, like kind of like Irish coffee or whatever, this cup might have been filled with like whiskey or something, or
Yeah.
have some sort of mixed drink, like maybe
Oh,
mix something in his coffee.
I have no
I
doubt
mean, I
about
wouldn't
it.
blame him. I don't know if the FCC wants people to, or at least at that time wanted people to be drunk on here.
Yeah.
I think he was just, if he did that, he was pretty discreet about it. He never, I don't remember him slurring his voice or anything.
Yeah.
If that was the case,
But yeah.
Man,
But they're from an era where you could drink and smoke on the air, and
he was a drunk. Yeah, I don't. A lot of the comedians drink, and But what's so amazing is he just was able to go and like his job as like the sidekick.
Oh, what happened? It's happening again.
Yeah, Lorenzo'd himself.
Jack is asking, remember George Jefferson? Jefferman or Jefferson? Oh yeah, I guess a son would be male. Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Sorry about that. But if his job was to as Carson's sidekick was to, I don't know if I said this on air or not, to make Carson look good. And if he's able to do that while drinking, potentially plastered. And
I know, it's easier to laugh when
that's true. Do you remember the old Saturday Night Live skits where he'd imitate that McMahon and he'd be, "Oh, yes, you are correct, sir."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
Phil
then
Hartman.
Dana
Phil
Carvey
Hartman,
was played the role of Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson. There's still a son in there.
Yeah, sure.
You can't get away from the patriarchy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would be extinct. Well, we need the matriarchy and the patriarchy.
It was interesting back in the 90s because there was this push towards political correctness, kind of like how there is now. Except for it seemed like there was like a big pushback by people on both ends of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that in the 90s, that was a reaction to Married with Children, because Married with Children kind of made in your face insult comedy mainstream, and therefore political incorrectness, and you had comedians like Dice Clay, Sam Kinison, these no holds barred kind of comedians, and then society was like, "Oh, this is too much. This is too much."
Well, I think there was kind of a compromise too, where people were willing to go, okay, we're going to go this far with political correctness, but we're not going. There's going to be some words that we're going to change around. Even if nobody was offended by them, but we're going to change this. We're going to start calling people, instead of Indian, we're going to call them Native Americans. I got to be very careful with saying I don't know. Maybe Maybe there are
Nation?
some people who like being called Native Americans. But nowadays, I hear the word Native.
Or
And
First
there
Nation?
were people who were actually saying, "Don't call me Native American." So
Native.
there's things like that.
It sounds like you should be still in a loincloth, when you say native. Someone's native.
It's interesting how that term caught on.
Mm. Sam Kinnon person. Oh boy.
Yeah, look at those stuff. I'm wondering where. Gosh, I'm wondering where Risey is with this conversation. Risey and Hargrave, I think they'd get into that conversation because those guys just hate political correctness.
Oh my god. Risey.
Yeah, Risey.
Hargrave. Yeah.
Just,
Oh, you know what? Risey's like world famous because like when I was at Dillard's barbecue, Dillard's wife was wondering like when Risey was gonna come out to visit.
oh wow,
Like,
that,
what?
that,
You
that
know
would be kind of a
Risey?
difficult thing.
Hmm?
You'd like be traveling all the way from Perth.
Yeah, I hear some CGers are coming out to California next month too. So some more CGers are making the West Coast trek.
So I remember it seemed like for ages I wouldn't hear about comic skaters going to conventions all that much.
Mm.
I don't know if they were like who was it? Was it Mark Wade or who was it who was supposedly going to like
Mark Brooks. Mark Brooks.
But before that,
Oh,
who was going to supposedly beat up Richard C. Meyer and
right.
the way there's the and I think the alternate story that like the comic book the pros are still in the industry, I think will say is that well, he's just really just going to talk to Richard C. Meyer. I don't think it would have like worked out. To beat up Richard C. Meyer. It's like that guy's been in a couple branches of the service. I don't think, and I think he was in Afghanistan, so I don't think that would work out. And I'm not even sure if that was a plan or some of these stories. It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, people get brave on the internet, Yeah.
Like even when I hear Eric July talk, like sometimes it sounds like he's like trying to kick somebody's ass. And then he'll just quickly add, no, when I'm saying like mix things up or push up, I think, or
yeah, you're gonna pull up.
I'm talking
about pull up. That's
having
like
discussion. I'm
like
not talking about beating
like
people
a drive-by shooting, like.
But still, it can get kind of intense and kind of ambiguous. Like, yeah, Mark Brooks, I think did say to EVS I rewatched that stream a few months ago where I think I watched it for the first time actually because I didn't see it at the time. And Will Red was like it was Mark Brooks went on there and he asked Will Red specifically, "Is like is it just going to be the two of us?" And Will Red said yes. And then after a while and Mark Brooks was mentioning Ethan, and so he brings Ethan on, which and then Will Red just sits back and lets them yell at each other.
Yeah, I came in on like the middle of it.
That's just like I gotta wonder if that was planned or if Ethan messaged him or what the deal was. They might not have been planned out thing.
Ethan probably saw him on the stream, and then
I think Ethan was in the. Yeah, I think Ethan was watching and then got upset, and then just. I do think it's kind of. If somebody says it's just going to be the two of us, right, and the person agrees, I think that's how it should be. I think bringing Ethan on was a bit underhanded.
Yeah, if you say that, you're gonna, it's just gonna be the two of you.
Yeah.
You could have said, I don't know, anything goes.
yeah. He should have just said. He should have just said. Could have been a little more vague about things, given himself away.
But you want to keep him there. Keep him here.
Yeah, because I went and
keep him here. Keep him here.
I went and I not rewound it, but I went and I don't know what it's called when you kind of skip backwards on a stream.
Yeah,
I went and replayed it,
scan,
and it was like, oh yeah, he did say. Because I wanted to make a double check and make sure I wasn't hearing things. And it's like, yeah, he actually did say it was just going to be. It sounded like he was agreeing that it was just going to be the two of them. So I don't know. That was a real shit show. It was entertaining to watch. It was pretty.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, was it entertaining?
Both of those guys just.
Well, it's. I don't think it's not like Well Read was ever planning on ever talking to Mark Brooks again. So,
yeah, that's true.
But still, yeah, underhanded, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that TJ?
Yeah, TJ's here. That's funny, man. Mr. Yanapoli was mentioning TJ's earlier.
Well, did him dirty, he said. And Mark Brooks unblocked Jason.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. Jason said, "You read my rants. You read my rants last night, Lorenzo. I understand getting angry with people, getting things wrong, but when it's something you deal with just because it's misleading and not helpful." Not quite sure what, like the way people talk about dopamine and ADHD. Oh, yeah, that was weird. I couldn't even follow that conversation as a conversation in a DM group. But you don't have to be politically correct about it.
Yeah.
Why be politically correct? Risey won't fly. Gotta put him on a boat. Maybe it's Cat. Maybe Cat can be act as the captain.
I'm
that kind of
I'm the captain
like
now.
a verb or something. Yeah, I think it's more that social media platforms don't like that. I'm on the spectrum, and I use that word every day. Every per. How do you say person without son?
Every daughter.
There we go.
No, it would be per daughter.
Everyone is on some spectrum. So I think in this scene, I think a lot of people are on some sort of spectrum.
I think I am sometimes. I don't know.
Thing.
Never been diagnosed.
Boy, the person of giraffe. Oh yeah, because his name's son. Well, did it? Oh, Mark Brooks unblocked. Yeah, well, that's good.
Well, congratulations.
I don't think any of these people like. I think it's easy to like set up people as as the boogeyman, whether it be EVS or Mark Brooks. EVS, who, by the way, I wish that I be run over by an Amtrak train. I mean, I don't see how that's any different than interacting with Mark Brooks.
Hey, yeah,
Mark
she'd
Brooks
be
is
honored.
friendlier towards me personally than that. But yeah, I think there's a lot of these people who both sides will set up as kind of like the boogeyman, like they're the ultimate villain, and more if that comes from like comic books and wrestling and stuff, is like this person's the heel,
Mhm.
and they're the person we got to go and direct our outrage.
Yeah, got to do it for the show.
Yeah, like I remember, I think it was Macarena 42 had like over 100 or at least 100. This, I think it was a playlist. It had 100 or more Brie Larson videos on it at some point in time. And it's like, okay, that seems a bit excessive, but if everybody
Wow.
got to have hobbies.
I know.
Did you
Man.
say Yeo person?
Is she really that
The
interesting?
name, you know.
No, they just say they.
Oh, Yao person. I see.
I don't know.
So the Yao-man.
Why is that? I mean, life is bad enough already. We have to make all these choices.
Estimated that 120 people are ADHD. It's worth looking into and getting checked out. There's a pill that solves problems for you. For me, it just like
I could use some
makes
more
me
focus,
even
really.
more like OCD, and I remember being prescribed Dexedrine, and I got my house cleaned that day. I didn't take it again after that. That wasn't healthy.
Hey, Ice Queen.
Good to see you, Ice Queen. Glad you could join us. I know it's like super late where you're at.
Ahoy, Your Majesty. Yeah, I could use with some focus factor. I don't know if I want to be taking the pharmaceutical stuff though.
Yeah, the thing is that
Long-term effects. Huh?
the Dexedrine was so when it took Ritalin as a kid and it didn't seem to work as an adult, so the doctor prescribed Dexedrine, and that this was like drinking maybe like a quadruple espresso. It's like slamming in a quadruple espresso or something. It's similar when I took some sort of diet pill that they used to sell at the gas station, and which I think is probably even less healthy than the Dexedrine, because I think it had all sorts of stuff in there.
No dose. Yeah. Yeah, I've taken that.
I think this one was called Metabolife. It was a diet pill. That's what it was.
Yeah, no dose.
It probably kept truckers awake or whatever. That might be why or drivers awake. Because it certainly wasn't a good effect on my body, though. And I think I probably got some cleaning done.
It's better than crystal meth, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that then there was like drug cat. I can't remember which one of them was like that people would make them that in there. One of those drugs they'd make in their like bathtub or something. It's like, oh my gosh, that's
it's still happening.
Yeah, with the meth, I would care about the houses. With some of them, their houses would just explode. if they would just catch on fire. Or maybe I think maybe they actually exploded.
Oh yes, Nodos. Oh boy.
Gatsis to me are just speed and end up scrubbing the walls with a toothbrush just to keep moving. Wouldn't trust the work I got done on it. Oh yeah. Jason's a painter.
Yeah.
You're right.
You need a different type of focus for that.
There was a very special episode of Family Ties where Alex P. Keaton takes some sort of like speed.
Uppers. Yeah.
Uppers. Yeah.
Uppers.
I think he was painting the walls.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh man. Okay. I guess you can find those anywhere. I used to love that show when it was on in the first run. I never watched the reruns though, but I watched it when it was like first,
Yeah.
running.
Was that Thursday or Friday nights? I think
probably Thursday.
I don't know if Cheers was on that night. I'm trying to remember. But there would be like Family Ties and Cosby Show, and there were good shows on that
Night Court. Well, Night Court was on like later, right?
That was a great show.
Or Wednesdays, I think
Harry Anderson, like an actual illusionist, the card tricks and stuff.
What a concept! They tried to reboot that. I guess it's still on, right? The rebooted version of Night Court.
I never watched the reboot. I've heard of it though.
I saw the first episode, the first 2 episodes. I don't know, it doesn't have the same magic,
It doesn't seem like something that would be easily rebooted. I turned off the air conditioner. That could make a bunch of noise. Let me know if it makes too much noise.
Actually, I gotta go. It's time for me
I probably should end this stream pretty soon then. Yeah, I should.
Okay.
It's getting
it's getting late.
Are we not going to see anything from Master Geass? You're showing something days ago.
Oh yeah,
you're trying to show us something like days ago.
Days ago, were you talking about the game I was playing before?
No, I'm just exaggerating the time.
No, you're. I think what happened was you did the flats for the.
Yeah, I finished doing the flats. I finished that stage of it. I was screwing around with the colors a bit, and I kind of got. Then I got kind of trying to restore my settings as I accidentally closed something out when I was trying to get at a certain feature, and now I can't get it back.
Technology. Who needs it? I'm just gonna make fold up comics and photocopy them at the Xerox store. And distribute them that way. All right, gentlemen. I have some things to take care of before I retire for the night.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
It's nice to meet you,
Master Geass. Oh, I remember why I brought up Esperanto earlier. Is there's actually a gender-neutral pronoun, "re," but the word for he is "lee," so that could be kind of confusing, especially like certain Asian languages, like have an R or an L, but they don't have both. So. So I would think that somebody who's Japanese or Korean or Chinese might not be able to. I don't know. That might cause some confusion.
Hmm.
I already have some pretty difficult to pronounce and confusing sounds like choral for choir, I believe it, or maybe I can't remember if that's choir or sing or what that was. Anyway, but they did end. From what I've heard, the gender neutral pronoun has taken off. Took a few decades.
Yeah. Anyway, I posted a link to my
Yeah.
DeviantArt page. When it's finished, I will post the picture I was working on there.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Right. See yous. Oh.
Let's see, remove from.
And yeah, my link is already in the chat there for everybody who.
Access solo. There we go. So.
All right.
Yeah,
Don't forget to sub to Hexallen
We
Comics.
still didn't see what your comics look like. But
I'm sharing my screen, but
oh, are you?
it might, like I said, you when you're on the phone, sometimes you have to like scroll down to see if anyone is sharing or if anyone pops in the back room.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the layout. Yeah.
But you know, hey, it's cool. Just let me
Maybe
just drop the link
layout?
in there.
Let's see.
Again.
This doesn't make any sense. Stream info, layout, post comment, yes. I'm bringing this out of order. Settings. Huh. Do you know which setting it's under? Do you use Android or iOS?
Yes, it will be right under the screen. Wait, do you see me like on the bottom? You know where the guests are. It's just right next to me.
Okay, I'm going to guess. Okay, here we go. Add to stage. There we go.
Ah, there it
They
is.
call it a stage. That's what actually I used.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's Nephilim Squadron. Yeah, baby. on Indiegogo is my sci-fi, mind-bending, hard science fantasy graphic novel. And,
awesome.
And it takes place far in the future, and there's you know, pilots and aliens fighting, and sort of a Vietnam sort of situation there. And then on this weird planet, you know, political intrigue, character development, all that stuff you love. And also, if you back any tier, you will unlock the PDF and a special online version where you can see the you can read the book and flip pages. Oh, let's just take a look at this. Oh no, full screen is unavailable. Let's watch it on YouTube. There you go.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's you can read it like that and take it online anywhere you go. And there's a PDF version if you want that. And this comes with the physical copy of the book, and you can get it standalone as a digital edition like this.
I'm getting a little scared. Humans are getting really good with their technology. Might one day catch up with the ancient Etruscans. The land lost.
What? Land of the Lost? I missed
Yeah,
that.
might be able to. Maybe one of these days, humans will get the same sort of technology that my ancestors had. Just a thought. Are you saying anything?
Oh my God! I had myself muted again. Yeah. Oh crap! Oh man, I was just blabbing away. Oh yeah, so well, I guess the point I'm trying to make here is that that special online version and the digital and the PDF, it comes with every physical tier. You got the standard cover here, and then this all comes with a bookmark, pin, sticker, and if I could get to stretch goal items, it comes with that. So yeah, that's
So,
the version.
did you just launch this recently, or?
No. This campaign launched in August of 2021, but it's been in demand since January of 2022. Yeah, but these, I guess this is a new update. This is an update to the campaign where you can read the first issue. Essentially, you can read the first 36 pages in color, like you saw in that video. Yeah. And here are the variant covers here. There's the Dan Plagle cover, Boob Dan. Everybody loves it.
Oh yeah, very very well known within.
And this is this is the from the first campaign. This is the one that I fulfilled, which is the first issue in black and white. And you can get this one as an add-on.
Okay,
And
so you did have a previous campaign.
yeah, that's right. That's the
Okay.
green cover one. The green cover, which was in black and white. And it's just the first issue. But this current campaign is in color, and it has it's called Volume 1, which and it includes the first 3 issues.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun putting this together, but it's still it's still work, and I'm still
So, are
working.
you still working on this?
Yeah, I'm still working on it.
Oh wow!
Hopefully, I'll have it all at least flatted by the end of the year. But yeah, I might have to ask for some assistance on like the color and letter because it's just still taking a long time.
So you're doing this all by yourself?
Yeah, I'm the writer, artist, letterer, editor.
And I'm not like trying to dox you or anything, but do you like have a day job too?
I did, and that took up time. But for the past few months, I've been laid. I was laid off, so yeah, I do have more time to work on it now.
So some of the time though, you're working as well.
Yeah. As one day, hopefully, I'll be working as making, sequential pages for people. But until then,
I think you have the talent and the skill to do that too. I mean, like professionally. I mean, like I don't. Gosh, I don't know how that. I don't even know like how that word is used anymore. Like, but like Dillard, I think does that full time.
Yeah.
You might not be on the CG
people are
Kings.
hiring him to do books.
You might be on the CG Kings. So what? I don't. So, but it's still doing that for a living. So I don't know, like if somebody's a comic book professional, do they have to work for like the Big Two or Image or something, or can that be? I don't, or previously worked for. I don't know. I get confused about
I consider
terminology.
myself a professional. I've been working as a professional artist all my life. I just haven't been. I've never worked for the Big Two.
So
I did.
it would be. So you'd be. Yeah, you're professional, just not an industry pro.
Just not known, not well known,
Yeah.
or
So yeah,
known
it seems like
in quantity.
you
I guess.
yeah, it seems like you got the skill and talent. You're doing it full time, and it's and I mean, it seems like
Yeah.
you have skill and talent to work for other people.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I
Judging
really
by
need to,
everything I've
well, I guess what I want to do is
seen,
just finish this
what do you mean?
first book, and then I can put myself out there more.
Yeah, yeah. I
To
mean,
saying
I'm not
that
telling
I'm
you to go
available
and
to do
like,
this. I get
like
it's
ditch the campaign or something.
yeah.
That's happened before with
Uh,
certain creators,
I'm
but
not
I know you're
bitching
not
about
going to do that. This is
not getting
something.
any
Yeah,
comic book work. I really have to put myself
this
out
is this is a project that you clearly believe in. I
there.
heard you talking about it for a long time now. So
Mm. Yeah, I just can't wait till it's done and people have it in their hands and rip it apart.
and then you can and then from there you can go off and
Yeah, that's
do
the
any
plan.
number of things. I mean,
That's the general plan. Yeah.
well, that's very cool. Thank you so much for going on the channel and showing us this.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it was a
And
pleasure. I like being able to talk about all sorts of different topics. I have a feeling that you,
yeah, I'd
like,
love to be on again where we could talk
yeah,
about juicier stuff or whatever.
yeah, it was cool to be able to talk about just like all sorts of different things. I'm
Mm.
like my family's like kind of into well my mom's family especially like she comes from like a family of like writers
Mm.
and stuff, and my
Good.
late dad and late brother, they both were like film buffs, and they so we've always been kind of into the arts, and friends who are different types of artists. Like one of my friends I used to or like friendly acquaintances from like I'd see him at the coffee shop. Now he's like working for Obsidian as an artist for worked on the Outer Worlds video game. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. I love the Outer Worlds. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's just I don't know much about comic books, but I love the artwork. I love learning about it.
Mm. Yeah, it's a wonderful world. The wonderful world of funny books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool. We talk about all sorts of different topics. We were talking about the Harlem Renaissance. We were talking
Yeah.
about
That's right. We went all over we went maybe halfway around the world this time.
we were talking about video games
We,
because
we
that was there's some topics about video games that I was going to bring up anyway this week. So
we got a little bit in about Ahsoka.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I did a little rant on lollipop heads in Star Wars.
Yeah, that is odd. It's just like I think that's some sort of tendency too to kind of kind of devalue and like these muscular muscular figures or guys and like curvy women, and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's not
Not
focused.
that obviously they're there's going to be characters who have different body types. You know, you're always going to have, you know, different, you know. It's just like, especially like, you know, you're gonna like, say, the man on the street or whatever. He's not gonna be all like jacked up like or looking like the Incredible Hulk or something. You know, you're gonna have different characters in movies and TV shows that.
I'm just asking for a little muscle definition, you know.
Yeah, I would think with
I
that.
mean,
With
even
the
if they're wearing
heroes,
clothes, like maybe you can see like that they've been working out through their clothes, you know.
yeah. Well, the heroes, that's kind of like they were back in the day. They were like, what do they call them? Demigods, or I mean, they would like ascend to Mount Olympus when they died, or whatever. Go and visit the underworld.
Yeah.
Steal somebody back from like with get kidnapped by Hades.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing.
Persephone.
Yeah, Persephone, and then now it's just like now these heroes kind of look like me or whatever. I don't want that.
It's like, you know, the guy next door.
Yeah. Oh, well, what can you do?
All right,
I guess you can just. I guess there's like over 100 years worth of movies people can watch, and I don't know how many decades worth of comic books.
Oh yeah,
Going back at least to the 30s.
Still catching up.
Yeah. I mean, there's more stuff, good stuff out there than I could watch or read, or as far as video game play.
So keep on striking, Hollywood. Keep on striking.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I can understand people, they're not getting the royalties or whatever. Yeah, I think people, because the way that movies are distributed and TV shows different now. It's not like movies are being, I don't know if they were rented or sold or whatever to like the theater chains, or said they're airing on like the company's own website. I don't mind them getting a piece of the pie. On the other hand, they should be hiring good writers.
Yes.
Too. I'm actually blaming the heads of the companies for that, and the management for that. I think the management is getting off a little too easy with this stuff.
Yeah, because you know,
sure, these particular copywriters, I wouldn't think they really just deserve any money. Some of them, but I hope if they ever do hire, huh?
It comes from the top, you know. We could say like all these writers are woke, but you know, somebody's got to approve that.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking, you know. And so
they have to greenlight it.
Yeah, and so there's all this blame on the writers, and a lot of them don't really write all that well, and they're putting this weird weird politics in there, like. It's like those companies that say that they care about the environment, and they give like or they care about cancer or whatever, and they give like a penny out of like whatever, you know, out of, I don't know. Spend $50 and we'll give $5 of it to this charity or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Which may or may not even be a good charity to begin with.
Yeah, most likely not.
I think something similar is going on with this, like, embrace of identity politics. I don't think these companies really do care about any of us.
Yeah, some of them might think it's just a trendy thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even with even with like, say, I don't want to get too much into it, but even like, say, LGBTQ plus or whatever, it's I think it's called pink washing. And like, you know, it's like, and that's a term used by LGBTQ plus individuals to express dissatisfaction with a company that's just like, okay, this is some obvious pandering, you know. If there was any sort of like I don't want them to. I guess I'm glad that they don't have too many autistic characters because they would somehow make it really, really super offensive. I'm sure.
Yeah.
So,
Performative activism, says Jason Black.
I mean, like look at what we had with lizards. We had the Gorn, you know. That is, you know, and Godzilla.
Mm.
Godzilla. It's good to see some sort of green representation on the screen. But gosh,
Yeah.
you know, he might have some good motives, but some of his tactics I definitely have to disagree with. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
It's
maybe
sort
you
of
don't need
a
to.
a scorched earth
Yeah,
tactic.
yeah, maybe you don't need to destroy all of Tokyo just because you're upset with some scientists who are
Yeah.
abusing science to make some oxygen destroyer.
Yeah. Single out the scientists.
I don't know if I don't know if I've ever watched the official American adaptation, but I was watching Gojira, watching it. I guess there's a couple companies that have put out the Japanese adaptation. I think Criterion released it, but I watched the previous version in English,
Mm.
and that original was just the original version that wasn't edited for an American audience. Man, that was intense. Like the sounds, the musical score,
Mm.
the woman like trying to protect her child as Godzilla's or Gojira is destroying everything. Holy shit. Anyway,
Mm. I'll
I
have to
know
check
you
that out. Where do you find that?
I'll have to look that up because there are a couple of versions. The Criterion Collection came out with their own version, but
Mm.
they've reissued all sorts of. Are you familiar with them? They've Criterion.
Oh yeah, Criterion. Yes, I'm
Yeah,
familiar.
yeah, they reissued it. But before then, there was another company. It was one I hadn't heard of,
Mm.
but I watched it. There was actually some art gallery were showing it from a DVD, and
Mm.
it was on kind of a smaller screen. Probably wasn't the best looking picture quality from a DVD. It wasn't like a 4K or
Mm.
Blu-ray or something. So
Well, yeah,
you could tell that it was
40p. Yeah.
yeah, but it still was pretty. It was still really cool to watch, and yeah, that was awesome. Because the American version, they edited in different characters and scenes that weren't in the original, like American actors and stuff. I don't know if I don't. I probably saw it a long time ago as a kid on TV. The Japanese version, the original,
Mm-hmm.
was it like the 50s? Man,
Yeah.
that was. I still think that holds up quite well.
Yeah.
I'll send you a link to like a trailer.
Yeah. Please do. Yeah.
If you enjoy those what they call kaiju movies, or even if you don't,
I do. I mean, I'm not the hugest kaiju fan, but I
yeah,
do enjoy them.
yeah, that original one with I don't know if they had that in the American version, the Oxygen Destroyer. Maybe they did. I don't know. As I said, I'm not really familiar with the Americanized version. I just know it was edited. But instead of having a nuclear bomb, the scientists want to blow up. They want to go and destroy the oxygen in the ocean.
Mm.
Like that's not going to have any sort of negative
What?
ramifications.
Who's that gonna benefit?
Yeah,
Oh wait, shit.
that
Were
was,
they robots or something?
this was right after this was after Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So as absurd as the idea of blowing up the oxygen in the water
Yeah,
is.
in the atmosphere, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. There's
yeah,
a connection
it was definitely an interesting movie.
there. Okay, Lorenzo, I gotta go, man.
Yeah, thanks for
Yes,
coming on.
it's been a pleasure. And
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I hope people like and share the stream. I think a lot of people saw a lot of people did that.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that. Performative activism. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, we're gonna have some makeup with potential cancer causing, what do they call it, carcinogens, and we're gonna get we're gonna give 5% to this cancer charity or whatever. Stuff like that.
Yes, very Machiavellian, yes.
Right. So corporate performance activism pride. It's the link that people can check out. Yeah.
Yeah, check out that
Yeah.
link.
Well, we're about ready to end, DJ Ronnie G.
Hey, DJ Ronnie G.
I probably should announce where people can find me. I'm your host, Lorenzo Sleestak. I stopped streaming to Twitch, and I'm now streaming to Kick. Not sure if there's anybody over there watching, but this is the first week. I tried to do that last week. That's why I called it Sleestack simulcast or something. That wasn't really a rhyme or anything. Not sure the title worked. But you can find me here every Thursday night or afternoon at 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, and 8 p.m. Eastern, and 1 a.m. UK, and 8 a.m. Friday mornings for our friends in the Philippines, which we have quite a few friends over there. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Next time some corporation, Jason says, next time some corporation says you support, you sure thing, ask if you can have some money. That's a great point.
Yes.
I'm going to exit the solo layout, and I'm going to end the stream. Take care, everybody.